Welcome back to ESA Winter 21. We are raising money for Alzheimer Fundin'. Links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank Koei Tecmo Europe, publishers of Neo 2 Complete Edition, Twitch, and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. Now it's time for BlackbeltGingaNinja running the B-movie game. Take it away.
Hello everyone, yes, my name is BlackbeltGingaNinja. In chat you can call me Blackbelt or BBGN, whatever works. I'd also like to introduce my commentators at this time. Please introduce yourselves from most knowledgeable at the B-movie game to least.
Hello, I am Shiforny. Chat, you can just call me Shane, because Shiforny is a terrible name. I am definitely most knowledgeable about the B-movie game.
And I'm Medios probably. I think I'm the most knowledgeable about the B movie itself, which I just watched for the first time about an hour ago.
So I've gotten this motley crew together to commentate B-movie game. Go ahead. What's up? Oh, I see. Yeah, so B-movie.
It's a great movie.
A fantastic movie, and that's really what this run's going to be, as well as a showcase of a game many of you probably haven't played. It's also just going to be a celebration of all things B-movie for a little over 2 hours. So I hope you're excited. And with that, we are getting ready to jump into the run. So if you're ready on that timer, I'll give you, let's do it, a 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm so excited, Black Belt.
I'm there too.
Yeah, so what's the buzz about this game? I've heard it's a honey of a game.
Shane, actually you have something
Pretty
from
sweet.
the manual, the game's manual that you want to read that kind of encapsulates.
This is directly from the B-movie game manual. This is the introduction section. I'll just read it really quickly. As Barry B. Benson, you're on a journey to save the bees' production of honey, which takes you to New York City and beyond. Master the hustle and bustle of the hive, and venture outside the hive to navigate the hazards and excitement of the outside world.
I could not have said it better myself, and that's actually where we are right now. So there's a few different gameplay styles that are in the B-movie game. It's kind of a collection of types of games. The first being jobs around New Hive City. So Barry, being an industrious bee, needs to go around New Hive City completing jobs before he can go and do like the actual story missions that'll progress the story. This first section we have to do 3 jobs before they will even let us do the story. The first being this job, the Honeycomb collecting job. It's pretty complex, there's a lot going on, too much to explain even, so I don't even want to jump into that.
I can't keep up.
But yeah, this is the first job, we have to do it. I just missed one. That was really quick. All of these honeycombs, right? Like
That's
sometimes
never happened before.
I genuinely do miss them because it's RNG how they'll drop. Okay.
Yes!
I got him. That was
God.
fun.
He's pogging off already.
Oh,
No,
that one
definitely.
fell so fast.
Okay, and there it is. So
Incredible.
once you get 10, that's the end of the first job. I'm going to save, quit, and reload here. You'll see me do this several points in the run. That's just mostly because the next place I need to be for the next tutorial is back in a different location, and it's faster to save, quit, and reload and drive there than it is to actually fly there. Which is actually what you're seeing here, is that Barry has the power. It's kind of like a GTA game. This game came out from 2007 when GTA-style games were all the rage. And Barry has the ability to pretty much hijack and use any car and acquire it for his B needs. So that's what you see him doing here. We're now introducing the second of, I think, 6 or 7 minigames that are jobs, not minigames. They're jobs that Barry is doing. 6 or 7 jobs that Barry has to do all around the hive. The first time you play a job, it will show you this like cutscene thing where it explains the job, but only the first time. So we just kind of have to tear through these in the tutorial section. This job being a cab driver job. Again, too complex for me to explain, but a lot going on as I drive this taxi through the city. This part isn't random. I actually know where each bee is going to spawn and where they want to be taken, so a little less randomness here. I can kind of turn myself halfway around because I know the next guy's going to be behind me.
Yeah,
Sick
that was
trip.
nuts.
Yeah, this game is a lot like Need for Speed, but some would argue better. Me being one of those people. Oh, that's really good.
Thank you.
Which leads me, in chat, please drop, all your best B puns as you come up with them. That's going to be an integral part of the speedrun. Every time you do a B pun, I actually save a minute, so it's really important that you're just dropping those throughout the run.
You'll also get banned from the chat if your comment doesn't include a B pun. So I'm just sorry, this is the rules. I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
It's B law.
Is B law.
It's B law.
Which
The
is
first B
canonical.
law is don't talk to humans. The second B law is please drop
No
lots of
talk
B.
about
B
B
puns in
club.
chat. So actually, before this run, to get ourselves hyped up, we did watch the B movie. I've played through the game before. Meteos hasn't, and Meteos had not seen any B movie material. He actually didn't know bees existed.
Yeah,
So
I've
to kind of
literally never seen a bee before in my life.
yeah, so to get him in the mood, we watched a B movie, and
Awareness of the existence of bees.
yeah, it was important, we felt, for commentary on the run. I don't know. Black Belt felt like it was important for it. Okay, sorry, another complicated.
I just really
reason
wanted to
that
watch
you
the
can't
B movie
explain.
again. I'm sorry. It was all an excuse.
How many times, Black Belt?
I think that was like my 8th or 9th time seeing it. It's a pretty good movie. If I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a C+. That's a subversion right there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the
I
third and
laughed.
final job I have to do before to let me progress to the next story mission. And it is, you actually do a lot of this job. This is a race. There's 15 total races. I will not do all of them, but if you've ever played the game Mario Kart, it's a little known indie game Nintendo drops. It's a lot like that, where I just kind of have to fly from one end to the other, loosely hitting these checkpoints, and I have to hope that I get really good power-ups. So, for example, a speed boost, that's a really good power-up. Honey spill, rather, not a good power. You don't want to see that. So a little bit more randomness here, but it's like a second or two, so it's not a huge deal. If I don't get good
It's
power.
high stakes.
I
believe the shorter the race, the more dangerous it is to lose as well. Is that
That's
right?
true. That's true. This race, there's really not a fear of me losing. All the other cars are slow, but later on, it's actually going to be a big concern. I can lose, like, no joke, a few minutes to bad at race RNG. So, hey, we'll get there when we get there. But I'm doing a save quit so I can go back to Barry's house. And now we're going to jump into the first story mission.
Hello.
Wow.
I'm here with Barry B.
This part's a little bit slow, so while this is kind of ramping up, do you want to read that donation that we talked about, Sporadic?
I absolutely do want to read that donation. I have a $20 donation here from Mom and Dad B that says, "Go Ginger Ninja, beat your world record, buddy."
Thank you so much. Those are my parents. And they, I've actually been on
What a
world record
sweet
pace a
donation.
few times this week, so I'm really hoping I can bust one world record out for the stream here. We'll see if it happens, but
Yeah,
we've been
well.
close all week, and there's been a lot of route changes the past few weeks that have facilitated lowering the world record so much, so...
Well, normally you
fingers
don't have
crossed.
this many people in chat to make B puns, but with all these B
That's
puns
true.
in the chat, we should have really good luck for our
Really good luck, yeah. Speaking of which, this brings us to our second of like the 3 or 4 gameplay styles I mentioned that are wrapped up in the B movie game, which is what I guess I'll call the quick time event sections. Like, there it is. So Barry kind of does this scripted auto-scroller flight through the city. It's actually really cute. I think it's well animated, especially for its time. And like every single way you can die, like every quick time event has its own unique death animation, which is pretty cool considering the fact that like this is just a silly license game. So I think this is a pretty cool section, although from a speedrunning perspective, not really much I can do to speed it up, other than not screw up the quick time events. Which does lead me to the idea. I will be donating $25 for every death I have, including missing a quick time event. So let's hope that my head's in the game for this one.
We're gonna have to keep count. Somebody's gonna have to help us.
Yeah. Well, luckily I've got my 2 main men here to keep count for me.
Well,
so.
yeah, Meteos also doesn't know how to count. So
That's
it's
true.
just before
trying to learn.
a couple weeks ago, Meteos was living in the woods, away from human civilization. So it's
Yeah.
been a really. This is how we thought we'd get him acclimatized.
I regret to inform you by somebody
Acclimated.
keeping track of the number of deaths. That means you.
Yeah. All right, Shane, it's on you, man.
Oh god.
I wanted to add you were talking about just how much effort they put into each of the death animations. Having been a person that has seen a speedrun of this game exactly once, as well as the B movie exactly once, I have to say the similarities are just uncanny. How crazy and faithful they are.
Yeah, for all you
between
B-movie
the
fanatics in
scenes.
chat, you're going to have a lot to love. So
Yeah, yeah.
I do want to briefly explain this next gameplay style, which is the pollinating flower sections. There's 2 or 3 big sections where you have to pollinate flowers. I have a loose route I'm going to take to try to get from yellow flowers to blue flowers. Barry uses his little pollen gun to suck up the yellow pollen, and then he needs to pollinate the blue flowers. I use my radar a lot in these sections to kind of orient myself to try to find the next batch of flowers. So that's kind of my main thing. Barry can also kind of like hover left and right while he's pollinating, so I do that a lot to try to set myself up where I need to be. But really it's just going to be like loosely going through the same kind of route, trying to get enough pollen so that I don't have to refill at an odd time.
A bit disappointing. In the movie, Barry doesn't get a pollen gun until the end. So
Yeah.
a bit of a deviation from the, you know, the canon.
Strike
but-
one.
They want to take
game.
some risks. You have to kind of respect that, though, right? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, that's true.
And they really just want to jump right into the action. Which
That is fair. This is pretty intense.
This is pretty
Yeah.
intense. So, I mean, listen, it's hard for me to talk and play. I didn't get all the follow.
Oh god.
Also, where's the last batch of? Okay,
I mean, you do have to jump right into the action because bees only have what, an average lifespan of 30 days.
Depends on the bee, is what we've
It
learned.
depends on the bee.
that
yeah.
is
Apparently,
true.
a queen bee can live to up to 6 years.
That's true.
So
We just looked that up like an hour ago.
Yeah, we didn't. We knew that the entire time.
no, I've
Yeah, we
known
knew.
this.
I was born with that knowledge.
I like that you can shoot the dragonflies during the cutscene here.
Yeah, so basically there's like a cutscene here. They try to explain that I can fight dragonflies. You'll see him jump from one dialogue right into the next, right here. Yeah, so that kind of saves some time. I can't move right now. It's a whole another tutorial section. Another tutorial thing they're going to teach me, just kind of like a very basic game mechanic, something called the bee vision, which does briefly featured in the bee movie. If I hit the tab button, I can see flowers and enemies, and they're lit up red, so that'll help me in certain sections. I'll use that for like intended reasons to help fight enemies. Which does lead me to kind of talk about, I am playing on PC. This is actually my disc over here. This is a game for Windows. I had to buy it off Amazon. So that's how I'm playing it. PC is the fastest version for this version of the B-movie game because load times are good.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
want to talk about the other versions?
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much going on. I'm just pollinating more flowers, so I can kind of touch on that, to be honest. But yeah, so B-movie, like many licensed games at the time, right? B-movie was kind of, they had an idea for the B-movie, a very basic outline of what the game would look like. And then they kind of licensed that out. I need to find the other flowers. Oh, here they are. They licensed that idea out to several different studios, and then rather than having one studio develop one definitive version of the game and porting it, they had different studios develop different versions of the game for different platforms. So, yeah, the Wii version and the DS version are both each entirely different games with entirely different leaderboards. They're all called the B-movie game, and they all follow the same loose structure of do minigame and after you do minigame, like, do story mission, but the games themselves play entirely differently. The DS version is like top-down in a lot of sections, and the Wii version is half the length. So, yeah, the PC version is, in my opinion, probably not the most fun, but yeah, it's definitely got a lot of charm to it. I cannot find these last flowers. Where are they? They are. Found them,
Yeah, so in preparation for commentary, I played through the B-movie game. I started at like 8 p.m. and I don't think we finished until 4 a.m. I would say it's
uncomfortably
maybe
long.
the best game I've ever played.
Yeah, but every moment of it you enjoy, which is
Yeah.
good. I need just a little more pollen so I can finish getting this last batch of flowers. So I should have just enough pollen here if my calculations are correct, if I did
I'm
the
sweating.
calculus correctly.
Oh my god.
I'm drenched.
I think, wait. I think it's good. Nope. Nope,
Oh,
I need
no.
literally the tiniest little, that's BS.
doesn't
That's
bode well
BS.
for the world record.
Buzz off.
That's good. There it goes. Okay. And that brings us to yet another QuickTime event section, straight from the movie. Again, fanatics, you're gonna love this part. I control the
The
ball
accuracy.
here. I have to make sure Barry doesn't get squished. So I have to like tilt the ball using my mouse, which is a pretty interesting gameplay mechanic. But it also means I can kind of do like sick 360s. You see that?
You gotta do more of those. Okay, I'm not.
I don't know. I would have to like swing my arm. Okay, that wasn't bad.
Okay. Oh, that's way too funny.
Have you not seen that? Have I not shown you the sick 360s?
No, I did not know. I played on controller, so it was
Oh,
a bit more
you couldn't do
difficult.
sick 360s.
It's a bit late for all of us here. We're in the States, and it's
Yeah.
like 1 o'clock in the morning. I have to work tomorrow.
I have tomorrow off, so like I'm vibing.
But you know, I had like 4 Red Bulls. I'm all right. I'm in it.
Yeah, I have my water here, my trusty water, the essence of life, other than honey, I would say.
I actually don't
Yeah.
like energy drinks. It was all a sham.
So we're coming up to the end of this cutscene, which is going to bring us to the last gameplay style, which is like still kind of the open worldish area, but it's a rain section, which is much more dangerous because I can legitimately lose time here. However,
And die.
instead of going through the rain, instead of going through the rain, there's actually one of the few skips found by another fellow runner named Instigator. Shoutouts to him. There's not a lot of runners in this game, so I shout out the other ones when I can. So by barrel rolling right near the out of bounds area, near this wall, there it is, perfect.
Nice, first try.
Yeah, I can clip out of bounds here. So now that I'm out of bounds, the only purpose for getting out of bounds is really just to avoid the rain. Barry has this thing called B reflex. I'm primarily a Mirror's Edge runner, so I compare a lot of things to Mirror's Edge. And in Mirror's Edge, there's a slow-mo mechanic called reaction time that slows the whole game down. And it's literally the same thing in the B movie. So I hit
Barry is actually, he's beyond Reeves.
I hit F, and then the game slows everything down. Keanu Reeves is able to
That's right.
exactly dodge all of the raindrops. But that's kind of slow because B reflex needs to refill often. So rather than having to exactly, B flex, that's very good. Thank you for sharing that.
He stole it from the chat, but
No, I didn't.
Yeah, sure. So I can avoid the rain and having to avoid refilling B reflex, which takes them up to the time. But there is a little bit of rain in the out of bounds section, so you actually get to see B reflex used mostly as intended, although out of bounds. I actually still need to avoid raindrops, so that's pretty important. You'll also see I'm not just barrel rolling all the time for funsies, although it is very fun. It's faster to barrel roll diagonal than it is to move straight forward. We call the exploit the barrel roll edgewise exploit because you move edgewise, acronym to the word B. So that's very good. I'm going to use this lady's umbrella, hopefully, to clip back inbounds. Perfect.
Yeah,
Barry
that's
can
what
only
Rihanna wrote the song about.
Exactly. Barry can only clip back inbounds when he is locked onto something, so I use that lady's umbrella, which I can lock onto to clip back inbounds. Brings us to another section.
Beautifully done. You
I
can
was
actually die
sweating.
quite a lot there.
I died a lot during those rain sections.
I mashed hard enough.
Speaking of which, not a lot of rain in the B movie. There's like one part, but this game has a ridiculous amount of rain in it.
Yeah, and it's spooky every time because I can lose a lot of time.
This also isn't the same lady that is in the movie.
No,
Pretty sure.
this is the last big game mechanic I want to explain, which is irritation. This guy explains it pretty well. To you or else. Basically, I need to swing my mouse around in the hexagon to annoy these people as quickly as possible. I also need to hope they don't swing at me, and if they do, I need to avoid it. Great. And then
Yeah, that's
after
a bit of the RNG factor, right?
Yeah, so I call those cycles, just because, I don't know, it's something I hear other runners say in other speed games. So, that was a 2 cycle because she got 1 swat at me. Hopefully I can get a 1 cycle. This lady usually lets me 1 cycle her pretty often, so... Oh, no, she swung real quick that time, so...
B-movie trivia in the chat. What size of winter boots does Ken wear?
11.5.
No.
What?
I said in the chat.
Oh my god. I just got so excited.
And I thought it was 10.5.
I thought it was
man.
10.5.
Maybe it is
Oh,
10.5.
for God's sake.
What did the chat know?
It's the only thing I knew about anything. You ruined it.
Nick was so excited.
I was so excited. Was I
can't
wrong?
believe it.
I do love that how enthusiastic you were about
1
it.
cycle? Oh, let's
Oh,
go, dude.
good
Let's
work.
go.
I don't know. Everyone is guessing 11.5, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're all
Well,
wrong.
because I said it, and I've seen the
Look,
movie 8
Instigator, the other runner of this game, says 10.5.
Let's go.
times. Okay.
Let's go.
Get Instigator in here. Get
Yeah.
BBGN off the run. Doesn't know his B-movie trivia.
So a big part of the reason I even came back to doing B-movie is because I dropped a bounty for this game in the B-movie game Discord. Shameless plug. You can join it. I think it's public and linked on our speedrun.com page. And I said, someone said, if anyone can beat the B-movie game world record by the end of 2020, they'll donate $20. Not donate. They'll bounty out $20 to whoever beats it. And I said, I'd pitch in $20 too. Instigator, who I've mentioned before, he found that other rain skip. He was the main person. He beat that. Just claimed the bounty the other day. So he's been a big competition these past few weeks. When I actually submitted this run, my estimate was 2:20, 2 hours and 20 minutes, because my PB at the time and world record was 2 hours and 18 minutes. Since then, we've gotten it down with the 2 new skips and some new routing to a 2:05. So we've lowered the world record by about 13 minutes. So
Insane.
it's come a long way these past few weeks, and that's been all the rerouting has been critical. So Again, I'm
Yeah.
hoping to see a world record today, but even if it's not, I think we're gonna get a solid run.
How would you all feel about some donations right now? They've been piling up.
I would love some donations.
All right, I've got a $5 donation here from Kyle who says, "You're my hero and I love you. Also, if bees have wings and fly through the city of New York, then why they have car in their very small hive?"
Bees don't. You don't run everywhere. Bees don't want
Oh,
to
here we
fly
go.
everywhere. It
Here
makes
we go.
perfect sense. It's explained
Yeah,
in the movie. But
You
thank you,
should
Kyle.
watch the movie,
Give it
Kyle.
up.
All right, I've got another donation here from Anonymous for $5 says, "I can't believe the run I've been waiting for is finally here. I'm buzzing with excitement."
Oh, the triple. That's sick. Good job.
Can anybody top that?
I don't know.
And I've got another donation here from Winger Silver for $30 who says, "According to all known laws of aviation, you're going pretty fast."
Thanks,
Oh.
Gary.
Thank you for all the donations. Yeah,
Yeah,
How
this
are we
is
doing? Do we have time for more? There are more.
I
Yeah,
think
I'll
so.
briefly say that, like, this is actually a race that I can very easily lose. So, these guys are getting ahead of me. There's, like, literally 3 power-ups, and they just keep getting speed boosts. So, I might have to restart this race. I legitimately
He's
can't
making
move on.
excuses.
Oh,
You can
oh,
read
oh,
them.
oh, speed boost. Wait.
He's
Oh,
I
clutching
am
it.
hogging off. Okay.
You
this is
already
it.
know he's on the
This is
perfect
it.
line.
This is it. So, I lose this minigame about 50% of the time. So, this is actually, like, I was
That's
pretty worried.
amazing. And it loses
No!
minutes too.
No! Wait! No! Are you kidding me?
Oh my
I got up for it. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, that was so
There weren't
intense.
enough B punts.
The blood is rushing to my head.
Oh
Okay.
my
Yeah.
god. That was such a rush.
Oh my lord.
Okay. Oh my god. Anyway, I have to do 3 jobs. This is one of the jobs I have to do. The game won't let me progress. Oh, there we go. Let's
Okay.
go.
Oh, perfect.
I
Good
can
If you
work.
can take an early lead, they'll stop sniping you. Oh, except this guy, he's trying really hard. No.
Oh my god, no!
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god! You're so...
This RNG
Oh
is just
my.
awful. I'm gonna try to.
Why
hope
are
for
there
speed boost
other
here,
bees
but
terrorizing you?
Yeah, this is a funny thing to mention is how are there tiny bees
in the bee
in
universe?
the bee
Great question.
universe?
I'm gonna hope for a power speed boost here, but it's
There's a smaller ecosystem
It's
of
not
other
happening.
bees that exist.
Oh my god, this is not looking good.
This is
Someone,
not looking
okay,
good.
we need some people in the chat to launch the B movie game right now. Find some new skips, or else we're not going to be able to get
We
world
need
record.
help.
Oh my god.
Maybe,
World
maybe.
record is slipping out of my fingers. This is a huge gatekeeper. Like, no joke though. Like, this happens. I would say 50% of runs. This is a huge gatekeeper in any percent as this race. Like, no joke. Like, it's literally random because
Let's open up a
The
bounty
problem-
right now.
the problem is that if you're not in first place, the game is much more likely to give you attack power-ups rather than speed boost power-ups. Once you're in first, it takes those attack power-ups out of like the power-up rotation essentially. So it's much more likely once you get in first, you'll continue to get speed boost and you'll continue to stay in first. It's like the opposite of how Mario Kart works. But I finally finished the race, so it's one more race I have to do and then a story mission. So thanks for bearing with me, Sporadic. If you want to read a few more donations, we can get them in before the next
Thanks for
story mission.
being with us.
Now these can make your head
Yeah, I'm
spin.
just happy to
Lap
be
races are
here.
just like single
Yeah.
track races, except
So I
Oh,
have a
great.
donation here from the Alphadillo for $25. Run the hive and fix all of those cars, boy.
Go, go. Oh,
Thank you. All my boys donating. Love to see it.
I
Thank you
have
guys so much.
another donation here from MOD366 for $5 says, "I can't believe this run I'm seeing. This looks sweet as honey. Chat, we should all swarm to the donation button and leave
Oh.
some sweet pollen, parentheses, money, there. And in case any questions come up, yes, it had to be. No, I'm not sorry. Also, let's watch that final cutscene in Hivelix 2. And that donation did
What?
go towards the incentive for the Hilux to watch the final cutscene, which that run is coming right up. So
Yep.
please, when you are donating, click on that Hilux 2 incentive. We have a ways to go. Let me just check on that really quick. We are looking for $600 and we're sitting at $199.50. So we need about $400 in order to unlock that cutscene. Please,
We can
please
make
get
it
your
happen.
donations in.
Yeah, the power of the hive. Come on, if we all work
Yeah.
together, we're stronger together. We can do it. Donate.
Yeah, listen to your
Get-
Queen Bee, BBGM.
Exactly. I run this hive. You have to now. Seriously though, it's for a good cause. If you can get the donations in, let's make that Hilux 2 cutscene happen.
Yeah, definitely.
We are coming up on the end of this race. I've gotten some decent power-up luck, and this race is much harder to lose. There's basically only 2 races that I am like incredibly in danger of losing. This is not one of them. The other one I just lost 3 times is one of the ones I was worried about. So,
You want to
but that's
reset?
it. I'm gonna save.
We could.
I mean, I kind of want to, but I'm gonna resist.
Just
I am going to skip on over to the next story mission, which is another pollinating section. If you've watched the Bee movie, Barry has a brief fantasy where he fantasizes about having a nice picnic with his new lady friend Vanessa. This is a representation of that. There are dragonflies swarming around, and they are going to shoot at me. It's actually really annoying. They can kill you, but what I have to do is I just periodically use bee reflex because it'll actually slow down the enemies and their like firing rate at me. So it's a little bit less dangerous than the other. Oh gosh, I'm on low health though. Okay, so whenever I get at low health, I just drop a little bee reflex. They stop shooting at me, or at least they shoot significantly slower. Gives you some time to recover my health and hopefully not die. So fingers crossed. Cross your stingers. Am I right,
I mean,
fellas?
it depends on what you want.
There it is.
Oh.
I thought you're supposed to not cross the stingers.
Oh, like
Maybe I'm thinking of something
Ghostbusters?
else.
Yeah.
That's not listed in B law, so.
That's true.
Are there any
that
more
actually
than
brings
one?
me to something else I want to bring up for those who are listening to the audio. We've gotten what is called our first of many sound glitches. So the Bee movie for PC is a wonderful game, although it does have a little bit of flaw. This probably being one of the bigger ones. So certain sound effects, for whatever reason, we don't know why it happens, we don't know what causes them to start, we don't know what causes them to go away, but certain sound effects will just continuously loop for an indefinite amount of time. That's actually happening right now. You can hear this kind of a jingle sound effect that's been looping for the past minute or so. Usually they last only a mission. Certain sound effects will loop for the entirety of the 2-hour run until you close the game. So we really just gotta wait this one out and see how long it lasts. The alternative would be to play without sound, which I tried doing, and it is ominous, and we're not going to be doing that. So enjoy the sound glitches. Legend has it, the old B movie legend game runners of lore say that, or of yore rather, say that the better the sound glitches, the better the run. So you have to actually pray that we get really good sound glitches. That's part of the RNG.
I don't know. I think for next marathon though, it might be a good idea to just mute the audio and play like ominous horror ambient noise over it.
It could be fun. I'll keep that in my back pocket, and maybe next time.
Yeah.
I mean, people are clamoring for the B movie game at their marathon, so the next opportunity I have, I will bring it there. Oh,
yeah.
this is a combat section. I need to kill 25 hornets, or I think these are hornets. It might be.
It actually looks pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm gonna use bee vision a little bit just so I can pick them out of the air. The bee gun that Barry uses to shoot pollen at these guys kind of operates like the Mario Fire Flower. I can only have 2 or 3 shots out at a time. So really the only tech here is that I try to shoot the guys that are closer to me so that I can then fire more shots sooner.
I like how you're explaining other game tech to explain this tech.
Yeah, I mean, people aren't really familiar with B movie games, so, I try to relate it to games people do understand.
For the kids.
I think it's better off to explain the Mario Fire Flower as, in the B movie game when you're shooting at the hornets.
That's perfect.
Exactly.
Now I understand.
Crane operator, I'm excited.
Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry.
Yeah.
There he goes. He gets a little stuck sometimes trying to get into the cars. So you saw in that last section, I did a mechanic job and then 2 races. That was the 3 jobs I needed to advance the story. Now, from this point on, the game has decided that I only do 6 jobs in New Hive City between every story mission. So, unfortunately, not every job is open yet. I still have a very limited selection, but one of the jobs that is open is, it's called food delivery. I just call it pizza, because Barry is delivering pizzas. So, I'm going to do pizza 1 here. It's the only one that's open right now. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I also want to explain the fact that most jobs, after you complete the job, it'll spawn you back at the job station, like where you first started the job. But Pizza and the upcoming game, which you already saw, Taxi, both Pizza and Taxi will not bring you back to the location. Wherever you end after you deliver your last pizza, deliver your last passenger, is like where you end up. So I'm actually going to use Pizza and Taxi. I'm going to try to use them tactically to end up where I want to be at the end of each minigame. For example, Pizza 1, very short job actually. It's a good one to do anyway. I'd want to incorporate it in the route, but also conveniently is once I deliver this stack of 5 pizzas to this random street corner, it ends me right by a taxi. So I'm gonna get out here and just do a taxi minigame. Oh, the pizza sound glitched. Enjoy.
Beautifully explained.
Yeah, this is
BGN.
good.
Almost as beautiful as you look right now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is a pretty serious affair playing the B-movie game, so I got into my off-color yellow shirt. I don't know if it shows well on camera, but it's like an off yellow, and my very best black tie to rep the black and yellow as much as I can.
Well, this is how you always dress during run.
Yeah, of course. I mean, anytime I boot up the B-movie game, it's mandatory that I get into my full suit, so...
I heard you
gotta
walk
look
around
good.
the street and you sting people as well.
You know, only if they ask for it, so... Which often they are, because, again, I'm pretty famous, having the world record for the B-movie game for PC. So, you know, it's like, you know, women come to me, they hit me up at the bar, and it's like I kind of have to wave them off, because there's just so many. So, big problem I have in life, really.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I even get some clout just for having played the B-movie game.
Right.
So
That's true. That's kind of like a the thing that pickup artists don't want to tell you, you know? It's the one secret that'll get
the
women to
one
swoon.
easy trick, yeah.
Yes.
Play the B-movie game.
You could just tell when you look in a man's eyes.
Yeah.
He's got that
You've
buzz
seen some
about
B
him.
movie.
Exactly.
How many hours, Black Belt, have you spent routing this game?
It's ironic. I
Hundreds.
probably spent almost as many hours routing it, just routing the minigames as I have playing it. I remember the first time I ever routed the game was finals week, freshman year in college. I sat down and I just spent like 6 hours playing through the game, charting out every minigame that I could possibly do at any given time, trying to find a route that was even consistent or worked. And that was a big part of my freshman year. It was
Like a
freshman
good
year.
college student.
The classes were easy that year, to be honest. I was in like a psych major. I had already taken intro to psych in high school, so it was breezing through the year, playing the B-movie game. But now I'm a serious man with a big boy job, and I'm still playing the B-movie game. So if that's not progress, I don't know what it is.
Okay, but I noticed that
I'm
you
proud of
dodged
you.
the how many hours part.
Yeah.
specifically.
A couple.
4
Oh,
or 5.
cool thing here. I'm going to go and purchase a car. So by completing these minigames, I've gotten like, I don't know, like pollen that I can use to purchase cars. This is the only time I'm going to purchase anything in the whole speedrun, but this car is so fast that it's worth
Pretty
doing
sweet.
that whole
Got
20-second
flames on
diversion
it.
of buying it. It's sick, by the way. It's called the Bigfoot
Yeah.
GT. It's a sick car, sick hot rod, and it's so much faster than the other cars. It's worth it just for this commute. I'm going to be commuting downstairs from New Hive City down to Hunex Industries, to the Hunex factory. Because there's another job down here that like I need to do before the game will let me progress to other jobs. So I save back the time I used to purchase the car just on this commute, but I'll also use it at other points to speed it up. So it's a sick investment for just a little bit of time save.
And I
And
just
you
want
also
to butt
look
in
cool.
here and say we have just reached $34,000 raised
Let's
for
go.
the
Heck
Alzheimer
yeah.
Fund.
Thank you, everyone. That's awesome.
That's
yeah, keep
insane.
it coming.
Is this an okay time for some donations?
Yeah, I'm just going to be doing a crane minigame. You guys will get the gist of it, so go ahead, read
Okay.
some donations,
Okay.
please.
All right. I've got a $20 donation here from Indie Alex, who says, "I'm here to put a temporary stop to the B-pun donations. Get this bread, Nick. Those races never happen."
Thank you so
And
much.
then I have a $35 donation here from She Leveled Up to 18 that says, "Allow me to tell you all an unbelievable tale of Barry the Bee, one that will leave you bewitched and have yourself fallen in love. It is all foretold in this beautiful HD, while BBGM aims for a PB. So in order to not sound snobby, but this is the most entertaining run I've ever watched so far. Good luck to all of you, and beehive yourselves out there."
Well, GG, it's over. I guess I'll just
God.
stop playing the game forever. 'Cause that's it. We've
That's
done it. We beat.
And that donation did go toward Hylix 2 to watch the final cutscene.
Yes!
So
Thank you,
we
thank
are
you.
still making our way towards that. Let's see where we are sitting. Currently, now we are at $234.50 out of the $600 needed, so keep those donations coming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Also,
And
yeah, quitting out does not get rid of the sound glitch. You're on the main menu and it's still here. A beautiful thing to see.
thank gosh. I know you guys were worried that I wouldn't, you would lose the sound glitch when I quit the main menu, but no, it's still there. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna, again, like I said, I'm gonna take, oh, that woman just really came flying for me. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was impressive.
That was cool. Yeah, I'm gonna use the car here to commute to the race here, and then, it's much faster when you can to do multiple minigames of the same type all at once, just because, like, you don't have to, you avoid commuting between, like, different minigame stations. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to go through races 4, 5, and 6. These are the last 3 of the 6 jobs I need to unlock the next story mission. So it's all been pre-routed. There's a little bit of randomness in the jobs later that I'll explain, where I kind of have to do some on-the-fly routing. But for the most part, it's pretty clear routing. I've thought about how to do the mini games in what order. I've timed every mini game in a spreadsheet with my fellow runner right now, Instigator. So much time has gone into routing this game. It's pretty much like the only way we've saved time, except for like 1 or 2 new skips. So it's been a very big brain. I'll just sit in my room for hours at a time, just like big brain trying to think of new routes. But hey, that's speedrunning, you know?
Oh, you can't get hit by your own things. I was worried.
No, I was worried there, but yeah. Like I said, this is actually an exception to the rule, because because this track loops in a really weird way, the game doesn't think I'm in first for certain portions of the race, which is why sometimes they'll give me attack power-ups, which is kind of inconvenient. This guy is really not doing so hot.
He drank a little too much honey before the race.
Dude, he's gonna get a BUI.
Yo! That's sick!
That was pretty good.
That was a good one.
I like that every time you talk about how much time you put into routing, it sounds like you're both proud and also about to cry.
Yeah. It's a healthy mixture.
A shameful pride.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this game on and off, mostly off, but like every time someone comes and beats my world record, I have to come back and claim it. So I've been playing it off and on again for like 4 or 5 years at this point. So it's been a big part of my life, and you know, that is both a good thing and a bad thing, I would say. No, I think you should laugh. I think we should all be laughing.
Yeah, so like,
oh my god, this guy is really not doing it. Oh my god.
That guy just, yo, you're gonna be in last. You're gonna be in last in style, boy.
Oh yeah.
I admire him.
He's like, I'm gonna do some tricks.
I don't know. I've never seen the AI do that. That's absolutely fuck wild. I don't know what's happening.
So Black Belt, I've always found it hard to bring up to people like, oh yeah, I speed run, you know, I in these communities I do marathons, because sometimes it's hard for people to understand. Do you bring up the B-movie game first or last?
So it's actually kind of easy. I usually, depending on who I'm talking to, it's easier to say, oh, I have the world record in the B-movie game than it is to say, hey, I spent 1,800 hours playing Mirror's Edge and I'm in 7th. So I usually explain B-movie game first, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, my main speed game is Mirror's Edge. Actually kind of leads me into a cool transition to talk a little bit about the history of the B-movie game. Oh, sound glitch on the horn there, so that's fun.
And we're just piling them up.
Yeah, we're stacking.
Getting great ones.
Yeah, sound glitches can stack. Like, I've gone like 3 or 4 at a time, so be prepared for that. But the first ever B-movie game race was actually between me and a few other Mirror's Edge runners. We decided to do a blind race of the B-movie game, and I ended up winning. I claimed the world record, and that just little taste of victory has encouraged me for the past few years to optimize and optimize and optimize. There are a few other runners who have done more than one run, but like for the most part, it's a few Mirror's Edge runners and then a couple of the stragglers who've come in and really also improved the run. So that's what I mean. Like sometimes people will come, they'll challenge my record, and then I have to come back and beat it.
Oh yeah.
That's what happened with Instigator. I had to pay out a bounty because he beat my record at the end of 2020. So
begrudgingly, and then.
But you know, the game calls, duty calls.
Right. Yeah, I will mention actually. I've had a person recognize my ESA hoodie one time, and they were like, "Oh, that's super cool." And they were like, "What game do you speedrun?" And I was like, "Mirror's Edge." And they were like, "Oh, do you have world record?" And I was like, "No, I'm 48."
That's all I care about.
And the guy looked so disappointed, and he was like, "Oh," and the conversation kind of died. So.
Yeah, no, it's tough to explain speedrunning if you don't have a world record, so I usually lead with this game, but no, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's like something I come back to every few years. We optimize it a little bit with whoever's like in the community at that time, and yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. So we are coming up on the end of the 6th job before we can finally jump into some more story missions, get this story progressed.
Yeah. Only
it's worth noting.
An hour 40 left. So.
An hour 40. We're cruising to the end.
Stay cozy.
Stay cozy. No, we're definitely gonna get cozy here. While we do these story missions. Probably worth noting, the game is told in like a retrospective format. Like in the B-movie canon, this game takes place after the events of B-movie, and Barry is kind of telling the story on like the news repeatedly. So these are kind of his flashbacks to those. This is actually sort of a fight that happens in the movie. He fights this man named Hector. who's going to take him out with a push pin. So it's a very intense fight. As you can see, I have to concentrate a lot. So maybe some
Also
silent time.
accurate to the movie.
Yeah. Gotta avoid his shots.
Media. Shh.
Yeah, please. Oh my god. Silence. I need silence. After he swings at me for like a minute or so, he usually decides to like let me do an irritation minigame. So, oh, that was bad. But and then after I do the irritation minigame, he will let me go to the next phase. This is like a 3-phase boss. I call them phases because like between every QuickTime event, he kind of switches stances. And it's also just a word that other people who play video games say, so I kind of just applied it to the B movie to give it legitimacy. That's the first phase.
It makes it more intense. I mean, it is intense. Look at it.
The other 2 phases are pretty much the exact same thing, so if we've got more donations, I think now would be a wonderful time.
That is fantastic. We have all kinds of donations. We have a $20 donation here from Blaze who says, I do be vibing to pizza flops in my right ear. You got this, bro. Kingdom Hearts lore speedrun when?
Thank you. Yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts. You can see my keyplate in the background, so thank you for the donation, Blaze.
I got a $5 donation here from Buckship RAS. Says, keep on being just a dude.
Oh my gosh, so those are the RAs that I did in college. I did some work with them, so that's really nice of them. Thank you guys.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I have a $5 donation here, donating for a marathon for the first time. Good luck, have fun.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice try.
I'm glad this could be your first
Yeah, the B
donation.
movie
Look at
was.
this. This is sick. This is sick. Look at this.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, get wrecked.
What did I say? Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves.
Exactly.
I really like that this
insane.
guy throws a punch at Barry too. Like I don't know if I've
Yeah.
ever tried to punch a bee in my entire life.
Have you ever tried to swing a thumbtack at a bee?
Yes, all the time. I mean, this part makes sense.
Yeah, it's the only known way to kill a bee, really. It's kind of like vampires. You need a wooden stake. Like,
It's like-
bees, you
yeah.
need a push pin.
It also seems more respectful in terms of the combat. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, it's mano y mano. You
Get
know?
on the bees
Yeah.
level.
Or mono
Exactly.
B
Yes.
mono, maybe.
Yeah,
mono,
so
B mono.
I kind of tune them out at this point, but I am realizing that the pizza flops are still going. You guys gotta settle in. They're gonna be there the whole time at this point.
Yeah, sorry. We're not restarting. That would jeopardize the time.
Yeah, I'd have to literally restart the whole game to get rid of them, and I'm sorry, I can't do that. This is a speed run. And also,
That's right.
it would screw up a later part of the run, no joke. So we'll explain that when we get there. But yeah, I'm actually coming up on the end of this boss fight once I do this mashing section, and then I'll just have to mash through the cutscene.
So you
mash,
may
mash, mash,
think
mash.
that was a really long boss fight.
Yeah.
You are correct. Don't worry, there will be more.
There will be more, and each boss fight will get progressively longer. So
And they're
if you
just
thought
as
that was
epic.
uncomfortably long, then oh, you're in for a treat. But now Barry's gonna fly through New York traffic. So in terms of the B movie lore, for those who have not
Also
caught up on the B
accurate.
movie, I do want to kind of keep you up to track. Barry has realized that the humans are kind of using honey in ways that bees as a species aren't expecting. So he realized that after finally traveling out into the world, which you saw in the first mission. So now what he's doing is he went to a warehouse to see, like, what's the source? Where are the humans getting this honey? And upon further investigation, he found this honey truck that seems to be carrying the honey from somewhere. So he's now in New York traffic, and he's trying to chase down that truck to see what's the source of all this commotion? Where are the humans getting their honey from?
Yeah.
So
All makes sense. It all makes sense.
it all makes a lot of sense. It's a very logical movie. A lot of dodging traffic here. Barry can take like 1 or 2 hits from the cars, like he just did there. So I got nicked by a car. Barry's pretty tough. He's fine. It's really the quick time events I'm worried about, because if I miss any of those, I could lose like 30 seconds to a minute. So luckily the quick time events are always like a number 1 through 4. So I just keep my left hand on like the number row at all times.
Right.
And I've got it down to a science at this point.
It's what you would expect. About 2 water droplets will kill Barry, and
Yep.
about 2 hits from a car will kill Barry.
Yep.
Water and car is the same power.
Every morning when I take a shower, it's a dangerous affair.
You gotta activate your
B-flex, yeah.
B flex,
you
yeah,
gotta-
and
you just dodge
dodge
it and
the
weave it.
shower.
Exactly. Oh, I got nicked by that kid. Oh well.
Be
Ooh,
careful.
it's funny because your name is Nick.
Now my name is Nick in
That's
real life.
not
You can call me
funny.
Nick Chat. It's fine. We're at that level at this point. We're like
we're-
40 minutes into
we're
a B-movie
bros.
game run. We're bros.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Another
you're all
piece
chill.
of another piece of
think
B
about
movie
this.
trivia.
You can take home the fact that you can call the B movie world record holder Nick by his first name.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't have to
pretty
call
cool.
him BBGN.
Yeah,
like
we're
all
on
the
a
other
first name
peasants.
basis.
Yeah,
Or
it's not
we're on a first name basis.
No,
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, I would say it's.
not
That was
yeah.
good. That was
It's
good
alright,
save.
yeah.
Good save.
Thank you.
Good save.
Thank you so much.
Not quite
The
up
other
fun.
piece of.
Fun level.
I'm so sorry for everything. Piece of B-movie trivia. How many pages in a magazine does it take to usually put them in?
Put them in.
That's
Yeah,
what Barry says. Do them in.
Oh, this is Kickflip Kid. He
What is
bails
it?
here,
Is
but
it?
he's
It's
sick.
more than 11 pages. I thought.
It's definitely more than 11 pages.
Yeah, so it's
Anyway,
more than 11 for
Teen,
chat. Oh,
Teen
yeah,
Vogue.
there.
Italian Vogue.
Italian Vogue.
How many pages does it have?
Oh God, it's a lot of
And what
ads.
is it?
I know that.
What is it mostly? Okay, that was gonna be the bonus question. You answered it backwards.
That's fine. Something fun in the background here is you can see there's like 6 NPCs that the developers created, so you can see the same 6 looping in the background. Kind of a fun background game as we work through this auto scroller for you all who are attentive to what's happening.
Yep. Well, you're only pressing the same 4 buttons over and over again, so there's a lot of time to look in the background.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I'm pointing it out.
B-movie game, very, very, very hard and technical, so you
It
might
can
not
be.
be able to tell.
I
but-
legitimately lost 30 seconds to not matching hard enough in one of these cutscenes. So like, I actually do need to like pay attention, which is kind of annoying. Like I can't just like leave my rig here, but it's okay. You know, it's a hardcore game for hardcore gamers like me.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
I
really
would
focused
say-
on this part? Would it be another good time for donation?
Yeah, we're just coming up at the end of this auto scroller section.
All
so
right, great. I have $5 here from Honeycomb that says, "Don't fall behind, Ninja. Good luck on the run."
thank you.
I have $10 here from Nico Hart. Says, "This run ain't too shabby. Loving the run so far." And I have a $10 donation here from Bingo Bongos. It says, "It's your boy Bingo Bongos, falling in love with all my BB's running commentary, especially BDOs, my honey and my love. This run is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Good luck, and I believe you'll get the world record, less than 3.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
That
much.
beautiful
That's
donation
for you, Jim.
went towards the Hilux to watch the final cutscene incentive. We are now up to $249.50 out of the $600 goal that we are trying to achieve. So you all are doing a great job. We have $350 to go, and that is the run coming up right after this one. How much time would you say that our viewers have to get the donations and to unlock that?
Probably like an hour and a half, probably a little less than that, but
Hour and a
depends how
half.
fast
Hour and a
I
half.
go.
We're looking for $350 in an hour and a half. I believe.
Oh, we can do it, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So now that I've reached the apiaries, Barry needs to take evidence. He's eventually going to see the human race, spoiler alert. So he needs evidence for that eventual court case that he's going to be laying down. This is the first bit. Barry has a camera in his pocket at all times, so he uses that to take pictures of the evidence. You saw me wait a little bit earlier there. There's like a certain cycle. I need that guy to be smoking the bees to take the evidence picture. But there's no randomness here, luckily, other than when that guy smokes the bees, so I can just go from each picture site to each picture site, snag these photos, and then once I get all 5 photos, it jumps into another kind of like defense slash
is-
attack game where I have to fight more hornets.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the donations and I just heard the words "the guy smokes the bees." What's happening?
Lots been going on. Yeah.
Yeah. They do a lot of experimentation
Sorry,
in this game.
you'll have to watch the movie. It's kind of deep
Yeah,
lore.
it's pretty deep.
Only then you can fully understand.
I do want to say, by the way, to prepare, we actually did watch the B movie, and it
Yeah.
was my first time and Meteos' first time. And
Yep.
if you're into B movies, well, if you're into B
B
movies,
tier.
you should really check it out because it is insane.
It really is.
It is a ride from start to
Ahead of
finish.
its
I really
time.
do recommend the B movie. It is ahead of its
Yeah.
time in a lot of weird ways, and there's a reason why the meme community latched onto it in like 2015, 2016, 2017. So I really do encourage people who think this game is charming to go watch the movie because
Yeah.
it is very charming.
They were
even
so
though it is a little
ambitious
bit
too.
absurd. Yeah.
Okay,
They
just
take
wa-
shots at Star Wars of all
Just want to mention really
franchises.
quick, sorry, look at this guy's neck. Just watch this guy's neck during the fight. It's my favorite part of the game. Okay, anyways, go ahead, Meteos.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like a loose spaghetti.
That's accurate.
It looks like when you're trying to suck up that last spaghetti noodle.
And it's stuck under the meatball.
Look at it,
I've lost
man.
control of my life.
Join the club.
I feel like humankind would have been so much more advanced if our necks were all like that.
Yeah, I have
Eat
to.
from taller trees.
I'm kind of cutting it close here. So if I can feel that guy's irritation meter before he takes a swing at me, like mid-swing he'll stop and he'll let me progress. So sometimes I risk it for the biscuit and I try to like finish those irritation mini games when I shouldn't. But hey, it's worked out so far in this boss fight.
Yeah,
You're really
kinda
winging
going
it.
off.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
this one has like a faux pas. He's shooting green gas at me. The smoke has turned green in this boss fight. I don't know why. It's like a
extra
theme.
stinky. Yeah.
The game makes like dangerous things green for some reason, so it's like a thing it does.
In the movie, it's gray.
Yeah, and like earlier in the game, so I really have to swing my mouse around here to try to like irritate. So if you see like the whole camera shaking, that's why. I'm doing my best.
It's
I'm like
intense
shaking my
gaming.
whole desk. Yeah, again, I am an intense gamer doing intense gaming.
Nice try.
And that's the end of that one. So now we are done with that story mission. We can jump back into the
Barry,
hive.
you discovered
So we
that
just
skip
killed
this
that
cutscene.
guy. We gave him a concussion.
That guy's
I would
dead.
Say, I would say we can start the counter of Barry's body count at 1.
Yeah, that's a running thing I like to do with the B movie game. Is just kind of do a kill count for Barry. That's kill count
Yeah.
number 1. That guy has a concussion. He doesn't wake up from that. The beef sting to death. So
He's a
Yeah,
cold-blooded
oh,
killer.
we
I'm
we
stuck.
skipped the
Wait,
cutscene.
this
but-
got really dark really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
the B movie is a tonal. It's just like plays a lot with tone. So that's something that I like to do in the speedrun as well.
It's
you
about subversion,
Mhm.
about exploring kind of the human condition.
know? Lots of
the-
words. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The bee condition.
Exploitation of an entire race.
That is actually
yeah.
something they go
Species?
into.
That is
Species is
the-
probably better. This is a better word, but yeah, that is actually
Yeah.
a theme in the B movie. Is kind of the
It's
exploitation of
wild.
bees. So, yeah. Again, listen. If you haven't watched the B movie, if nothing else, it should be an advertisement for this wonderful movie.
After ESA marathon is done, obviously.
Of
Watch
course,
the
you
B
should
movie.
stay. You should donate,
Yes.
and then in your free time, you should. watch the B movie.
Well, I mean, it is a bit of an urgent task. I wouldn't say just in your free time, whenever.
Okay.
I mean, as soon as possible after ESA is
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah. Oh hey, another new minigame here, Honey Drafter. We're gonna get acquainted with Honey Drafter kind of in the late game. It's one of the faster minigames, like, in the whole game. But for now, we can only do Honey Drafter 1, and then, like, it closes everything up on me, so that's gonna be the plan here. Also, a little bit of routing, kind of like in the head here, getting kind of peek behind the kimono. What I'm gonna be doing here is, I'm gonna be doing, after I finish this job, I'm going to go do the Honeycomb minigame because I've already taken the elevator down to Hunex Industries. I do not want to have to take the elevator again. It's a very slow elevator. So now that I'm down here, I'm also going to do Honeycomb, which is also down here. At least until I get what is the first major bit of RNG, because sometime in the next 3 to 4 minigames, I'm going to get what's called a J-gate call. So this will happen in certain sections of the game. There's 3 different sections where the game will interrupt everything you're doing. It'll lock every job in New Hive City, and it will make you go back to the front of the hive, like actually travel there, and do a hive defense minigame. That can be convenient in certain places, because sometimes I need to go back up there anyway. But other times, like right now, it's not convenient, because I really want to be doing Honeycomb right now. So depending on what
brutal.
luck I get, it can literally be brutal. I could lose like a minute.
Yeah.
So if all goes well, the perfect RNG is that I get to do Honeycomb 2, 3, and 4 before it'll make me do a J-gate call. But after every minigame, after every job we do, we just have to cross our fingers and hope. So
But really,
Cross
I
our
mean,
fingers.
just honestly, a super sick run. I mean, I think the thing you really want is, RNG you have no control over an hour into the run. That can lose you about a minute in a
No,
run
I
that
mean-
lacks any skips to make up the time for it.
hey, Pokemon has
So-
bad RNG too, and people love
No, what?
Pokemon. It's a classic, like the
It's a-
B-movie game.
Yes, I'm saying it's a great run. That's what I
Okay.
said.
Great, I'm glad we agree on something.
You guys, can we stop fighting, please? Just
I mean, we love to
For
rag on this
once.
game and on the speedrun because it's all a little bit silly, and we're aware of that. But
That's right.
in
we're-
reality,
we're stronger together.
we are
Yeah.
stronger together. But like
If
in
we
reality,
can learn
like
anything from bees, we're
I
stronger together.
I have the whole route written on a Google Doc on one page, and I have that
Yep.
shared on the speedrun.com page. You in chat could learn this run, follow my
That's
route,
right.
and literally the only thing you need to learn is like the route through the missions, which will take you an hour, and then you'll need to learn where every minigame is located. But you could learn this route, and you could
Yeah.
come and play it, and you could get world records. So there's not a lot to learn, although there is a little bit of depth in like the routing. There's not too much to learn now that I've done the legwork for you. So I'd encourage you. This is a fun little romp through, at least to maybe do 1 or 2 blind runs of. And I'd love to have more runners in the community. So definitely, like, again, we rag on this game and it is all silly and fun, but hey, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, I do think like people are always like, "What's a good speedrun to start with?" And like this wouldn't be a bad one because it's not going to be too hard, you know.
No,
you don't have a bunch of crazy tech to learn or anything
It's
like
welcoming.
that. Yeah,
It's very welcoming. We've got a fun community that loves memes. So like, yeah, I mean, we're just vibing here.
what more
really.
can you ask
Yeah.
for?
Fast that one fell.
Yes.
That was clutch.
See,
That
and
was
you get
clutch.
hype moments like that. I mean,
That's
what
the
else can you
difference
get
That was
there?
crazy.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
That's
that's
not
like when
close.
the DVD player's on the screensaver and it hits both corners or the corner perfectly.
Very similar
It's
feeling.
fantastic.
Euphoric, I would describe it.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the speedrun too, as well, is that I'm mostly using just like one hand, so I can like take sips of water. It's very chill, which is very different from Mirror's Edge, which I've mentioned is my primary speed game, which is very intense. So
I mean, I feel like
yikes.
Mirror's Edge is very easy, and B-movie game is very difficult. So
Very
I
difficult.
guess it's like everyone has different opinions about things. Black
Yeah.
Belt, you
Yeah.
can be-
All
You know,
of us
it's
being
really
Mirror's
bad
Edge
when you
runners.
have B's intense, so it's good that it's not intense.
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. That's annoying. I had to wait for this thing to refill because I got some bad like luck with how
Unfortunate.
the honeycombs fell. Not much I can do there. But
I mean, I would
Would
Let's
you
say
say
hope
it's a
second
good
photo.
time for some donations?
yeah, let me see here. Okay, yep, no J-Gate call. That's perfect. Yeah, don't
Perfect.
need a donation.
Well, I got this great donation here from somebody named Medios for $5. So here's a donation during B-movie game. Love Medios.
Are you even paying attention?
No.
you're gonna
that's
waste
fair.
your time to donate $5 when this intense run is going
I
on.
wanted to see the Hilux final cutscene, okay?
Thank you for
That's
the
fair.
$5.
Thank you so much for
Medios.
donating towards that highly cutscene. We're still sitting at $249.50 out of 600. We still have a little over $350 to go. I have another donation here. Do we have time for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do like probably 2 or 3 more.
All right. Well, I have one for $35 from Hellblazer Hawk, who says it would be wrong of me to not donate for this run. Good luck with the run, honey. It will really sting if you don't get a new world record. Do you know this person?
Thank
I'm
you.
very familiar with you. Just called
No,
you
we
honey.
just call each other
No,
honey.
it's just that's a B-movie game community.
Is that a
thing.
B
Everyone
movie
calls
game
each other
community
honey.
thing? We
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
call each
yeah.
other honey.
It is now. Yeah.
That's very
when you know,
sweet.
you know.
It is very sweet. I agree.
You're doing
Oh.
Like honey. Okay.
There it is.
Oh.
I think you can
Holy
give us another
moly!
donation,
Did you
too,
see
if you
that?
want.
Yeah, this is like one of the only times where like the third version of a minigame, or this is Honeycomb 4. Honeycomb 4 is
Intense.
actually a little bit faster than Honeycomb 3, just because they start dropping very quickly
Alright,
as the difficulty
keep it under
ramps up.
control, man.
So, yeah, again, not like great luck there. I wish I could have got all 35 without having to do a refill, but they drop pretty quickly, so it's not a huge fun loss.
And this is the last one you have to do before.
And
JJ,
I'm like
right?
fairly confident. Yep, J-Gate call. I'm like fairly
Nice.
confident. Like I knew I'm like I have to get a J-Gate at some point. So there it is. Once again, I am doing the classic B-movie game tech of quitting and reloading to get back up to where I need to go. J-Gate is kind of just around the corner from Barry's house, so it's faster to
Yeah.
do that than take the slow Hunix elevator.
And you can get that JJ call like while you're what 3/4 of the way through that final mini game and just lose all the progress.
Yeah, it's like kind of. So, oh, I missed it. I missed it. Okay, we're
Again,
fine.
another perfect example of the high technical level that this particular game requires.
Yeah, I forgot the mash test. I'm sorry. But this one, JK. The funny part is the JK call is like kind of. Oh, I'm at low health. Yikes. The JK call was fairly trivial. You have to kill like 20 dragonflies, and there's far more than 20 dragonflies. So like, it takes like 3. I'm done. Like, it's just inconvenient, but it's not. It doesn't take a while.
So I know we had the issue with the race earlier in the run, but it seems like this has been pretty good so far. What do you think the odds are for PB?
It's gonna be real close. It's gonna be real close. So that was a pretty devastating early time loss. It's not. I'm not saying it's impossible to come back from it, but I just don't think like. I don't have really a concept of it, especially because I'm not running with splits right now. So
I was about to ask if you're running with splits.
no. I wanted to go in blind, give my full attention to the game. I didn't really explain this one because I think we were doing donations at the time, but like this is one of the only jobs I haven't explained. It's car mechanic. I feel like you guys got the gist of it, to be honest.
Well,
It's-
this is
it's-
yeah. As someone who fixes cars in real life all the time, it's just this is exactly how it works in the real
Yeah.
world.
What's interesting is that this is all random. Like, there's like 5 or 6 different tasks Barry can get to fix one said car, but like, every time I do it, it's different. Like, so I just kind of have to roll with the punches, hope I get fast, like versions of fixing the car. There's one particular thing I really don't like, one particular task I can get to fix a car I don't like, which is not this one. There's one where it asks me to spin my mouse, and like there's really no way to cheese it. Like, I've tried so many ways, like see if I can move my mouse left and right, move it up and down, if there's a way to like not just like rotate my whole arm in a clockwise motion, but there isn't. You have to rotate your whole arm. So you'll see it when I get there. I'll just start, you know, really going for it. Oh, here it is.
Can you adjust your DPI? Oh,
I
it looks
like-
like you.
My favorite part is if we'll have a chance to hear it is you can tell when BBGN is spinning his mouse because he talks differently.
I'll try to talk through it next time. I didn't realize.
It sounds like you're like
I'm
working out
trying.
at the gym.
I'm literally, this is an arm workout. I have to do so much spinning.
Did you see the intensity of it?
Yeah.
I mean, I can
for
see
those
the
who
camera.
for those who have been diligently keeping count, this is the 6th of the 6 jobs I need to progress to the next story mission. So we get to go and do a story mission now, which is honestly my favorite part of the run, are the story missions. So jumping into that now. Another classic B-movie game, Quit Out and Reload. What's
sick
next
pack.
here? Oh, this is one of the longer ones, actually. Cool.
I'm here with Barry B. Benson.
This is Jeanette Chung. She's in the cutscenes. We skip them. But yeah, if you thought that other like traffic section was kind of long and drawn out, I'm sorry. This is another long and drawn out traffic section. I think this one might be
Well,
longer.
Who would've
So
think- no, I
there's a
don't
lot
think
to
anyone
enjoy
thought
though.
that. Yeah, I don't think anyone thought that.
No one
I
thought
the
that.
previous one was too short. So
Yeah.
I'm glad they have another one.
Yeah.
No,
At
that's
this point
kind
in
of
the story, where are we?
At this point in the story, Barry has realized that all of the honey can be linked back to a honey tycoon by the name of Mr. Montgomery. I think his name is Leighton Montgomery. If you want to get real
wait,
formal about it.
This is an important black belt. We're getting up to maybe the most likely confirmed
Oh, yeah.
kill.
We mentioned Barry's kill count, and this is really where the meme originated from, is on this tour bus. So this tour bus guy really doesn't like bees, and he's going to dedicate pretty much his whole being to try to take Barry out here.
Holy-
But little does he know that this is going to be the end of times for him, so...
Yeah, that guy's dead.
That
right
guy's
into
dead.
the. Yeah. If you've observed how the traffic flows.
Yeah,
in
in the
this
B-movie
city,
universe, New York is like even more of a mess in terms of traffic
Yeah.
than it is in real life.
It's
I
a
didn't even know
traffic
it's possible.
hellscape. Being from New York, I can confirm that's what it is.
Arguably, there's another kill count coming here. There's a big accident that's happened in the middle of an intersection, so arguably, like, someone had probably died, but yeah, you can add that to the kill count depending on how liberal you're feeling.
That's 3.
Maybe, yeah. Just about dodging toys now, which is, you know, a big part of going through New York traffic is dodging toys.
Yeah, the one time I went to New York, it was really stressful when I was running through all those toys.
Oh, it's Hot Dog Guy. I love
This
this.
is
This is my
the best
favorite
part.
NPC in
Yeah.
the game. I love Hot Dog Guy.
I don't know, I still like the neck guy, but he's
Yeah.
pretty
That
good.
guy's cool too, but Hot Dog Guy is gonna now squeeze his ketchup bottle.
And we're gonna push out because we really don't want him to squeeze the bottle, I guess.
But he's not done with me. He's coming.
He's running with the hot dog cart.
Most
This is
Yeah.
actually how it works in New York too. Even if you're a human being,
He's
if
moving
you don't
at,
buy
like-
their hot dogs. They will
He's at like
pursue
30
you.
miles per hour. The cars are like almost keeping up with him. Like he's cruising. He's
Yeah,
an
he's-
Olympic level athlete before he became a hot dog man.
I think that's like the natural progression is most Olympic athletes become hot dog men.
That's true.
They are. I don't know
I've heard that.
if you look it up, it's like 70 or 80% of Olympic athletes.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's a very accurate statistic.
Lots of statistics in this run. All of them are true. That's one of the things. That's a BBGN guarantee. Oh, Barry now sound glitched him saying, "Hey, this is easy." So that's just repeating over and over for your enjoyment.
It would this be a good time for another donation?
Yeah, just more auto scrollers. So please hit me with some.
All right, well, I have a $35 donation here from Lexa who says, I like how much fun the runners are having with this game. And that donation also went to the Hilux to watch the final cutscene incentive,
Yes.
bringing us
Come on,
up
guys.
to 284,
Make it happen.
50 out of 600. So we still have over $300 to go. And how much time would you say we have left?
Maybe an hour at this
Yeah,
point. I
probably
can't
like
see
an
the
hour.
timer, so like I'm winging it here.
Hour 10.
All right. Well, speaking of how much time we have left, that is the end of my time as a host. I have had an amazing time with y'all. Very sad to have to leave. I'll be with you in spirit. I will be with you in spirit. In the meantime, I'm handing you over, leaving you in the very capable hands of Metako right now.
Thank you
Awesome.
for being with us.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's the dog.
Oh,
Here
this
he
is
is.
the flesh
Is that here
dog.
to the movie? Oh,
Yeah, he's in the movie too. He's managed to make it into the game.
He has a cone on his head in the movie though. So
Yeah.
this is, I guess
Yeah.
he's healed up a little bit, whatever surgery he got.
Yeah.
He's doing good now.
This is his final
That's
form,
good.
you know?
Also, I don't know what kind of dog owner has their dog like pull themselves off the leash and just like sort of is like whatever, doesn't try to chase after the dog. He's kind of like, no, it's fine.
maybe it was so effortless that
this
it
guy's-
snapped that he just didn't realize.
Yeah, so I followed Mr. Montgomery to this restaurant, and now what I need to do, the whole reason I'm following him is because I'm trying to get intel for the court case. So right now, I need to kind of break into this restaurant, but the door is
That's
closed,
so
and
cool.
I am literally a bee.
Oh.
So he enters his tip receiving hand, in his words, and because of that, he barges through the door. While I'm here, I'm going to grab a quick piece of evidence that I need to progress the story. The ledger that shows Mr. Montgomery arrived at the restaurant.
Gotcha.
And I'm just gonna bee my way over to the next piece of evidence I need to take,
Okay,
which
how
I
do I
know is
see
over by this table. If
If
you can read the subtitles, Barry talks about his uncle who dated the cricket. Another amazing callback to the amazing Bee movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch it
Change
after
the
ESA Marathon is done. You
Definitely.
must. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
You'll have bad luck for 7 years if you don't.
True. Now, what I need to do here, what Barry is doing, is he needs to irritate this old man. Mr. Montgomery is kind of in a very inconvenient location. It's going to be hard to spy on him. So I need to cause a commotion. I find this just poor old man here, eating his soup, trying to do his best. But he causes such a commotion that he spills the soup, the waiter slips, and then Mr. Montgomery decides to move to a private room, which actually leads me to like another cute little skip. You wouldn't even know it. There's like a little slipstream we're supposed to take over there, but instead of taking the slipstream, I'm just gonna like hug this wall, and that'll just barely avoid getting detected by Mr. Montgomery, and I'll just go straight to like where I know the next picture is, which is right over here, and then I'll have to hop into the slipstream at the very end, so that I can like finish the mission.
How do you know all this? Have you played this game before?
I played it once or twice,
Okay.
but only once or twice. The same amount of times I've seen the movie, a normal human amount of times.
Once or twice, yeah.
And that is not the end. This is like a really extended period. I mentioned the rain earlier, and like you're actually gonna get to see what an intended rain section looks like.
Well,
I'm gonna
so-
hop out of B vision here.
Sort of. It's useful to mention that B reflex, like BBGN mentioned earlier, doesn't run out when you're being like this, when you're doing the barrel roll. So when I played through this casually, this section took me a long time, and it's going to be a lot shorter because of the being.
Yeah, I can extend my barrel roll by like much longer than the game intends. Extend my like slow motion by much longer than the game intends by continuously barrel rolling. I used to mash. I'm at the point. I've got so much skill that I just time my. I'm like one hit away from dying. No problem. No. I just time it really well at this point. So with well-timed barrel rolls, I can make it to this little intended shortcut actually, which is really cute. I found this like after like my 4th speed run, but I actually didn't find this until I came back to the game like this year. So this is a fun little optimization. It's this little route that's like literally an intended game mechanic. I just never noticed.
Yep. And then-
Also a thing here, I have to avoid getting hit by the cars. I didn't realize this until like pretty late.
Oh,
there it
there's
is.
a
That's
death.
$25.
The $25 right there. Yeah, those cars, like, they have deceptively big hitboxes, so I try to... Oh no, I accidentally hit a slipstream. Yikes. I don't usually die here, so I didn't realize there was a slipstream MOA. But, like, these slipstreams actually waste a lot of time, which is why I barrel roll everywhere. Now you kind of get to see it. Like, this is the intended... I'm literally going backwards. Like, what is the game doing? Okay. This is fine. I'm going to let my B reflex refill, and then I'm just going to go for it. Okay.
You
Yeah,
know what you're
so-
doing.
So, like, this is maybe an appreciation there. It takes a moment, because I know a lot of you aren't familiar with the game, because, like, no one played it. But, like, you can take a moment there and appreciate, like, why doing the barrel rolling is so important. Because, like, otherwise you have to take those dumb slipstreams, or, like, try to, like, take cover in trees, and it's all very slow.
Okay, so let me get this
oh,
straight.
I'm gonna
Find
barrel
the
up
access
here so
code
I can
that's
try to
gotta
avoid the
get into their
cutscene.
computers? Oh, you
It's
gotta be
happening.
kidding.
Okay, I got in the cutscene.
Uh,
That's fine. I got a little extra distance from it.
this part is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So Barry now has, using the information he got from Mr. Montgomery's briefcase, he figured out that Mr. Montgomery has an office here. So he needs to break into Mr. Montgomery's safe, which is held in his office. Although to do so, he needs to get the passcode, which is hidden away on 3 separate PCs. This is the first of those PCs. I'm going to distract that man by activating the paper shredder, and then take a picture of his passcode. And then I can head on over to person number 2, which he was much more diligent about his passcode. He is an attentive worker. He's not just going to leave his desk. Nothing in the room to distract him. So I'm going to need to do that myself. Try not to get hit by his swings.
Extra
some
way
of
to
these-
use a computer, by the way.
That's how I learned to type. Yeah, just one-handed. Actually, this you might
On
not
only
know
the
this
number pad.
Fun fact, but he's actually playing the B movie game right now with one hand.
True.
In the B movie game, yeah. So
This guy's actually so tough. He has one of the most aggressive swings of any NPC in the game. Like, he swings very often and very fast. But also, he has 2 phases, which is like kind of buck wild for just like a normie NPC that's just like hanging around.
They want to throw you a curveball.
Yeah, for sure. But the fly swatter, he thinks that's going to be the main thing that's going to help him here. But little does he know, it's going to be his downfall as he smacks himself in the face. And now that he's distracted, I'm just going to McDonald's this man real hard.
Oh my.
And he's going to be so embarrassed that he leaves. So of course, I will hit the email button that is located on every standard keyboard, which will pull up the email with the passcode.
right, and well, usually when you open your email, the first thing it opens is the high security thing you're supposed to be protecting.
In plain text.
In plain text.
just right there for you to, yeah, security experts. You love them.
Yeah,
they can
when
use
I
your
open
consulting.
like Google Authenticator, it's just like 3 numbers. It never changes.
You get 3 numbers? I only have 1.
Sometimes it's a letter.
Another quick showcase here, while locking onto things, Barry can clip through like literally anything, so I'm gonna utilize that just to like save the frames here and get to
Cheeky.
like where I need to go. It's a cheeky little skip. That's the first skip I ever found in B Movie Game, was those little clips there, so
How
I'm very
hard-
proud of
how
them. I
hard did
mention
you
them
pop
every
off?
run I do.
Now to crack that safe.
Was that like the biggest moment of your life, or like the second biggest moment, or
Top 10.
top 10? Okay.
Top 10. But little did we know, it was all a setup. Mr. Montgomery planned for us to find that, and he planned for us
Whoa.
to do that. So he set up horror wasps. I think these are wasps.
Yeah.
To
Hornets?
like
Wasps?
hornets.
Evil bug.
I've lost it. Yeah, Evil Bug are out to get me, so I'm going to try to take them out. Unlike other fighting sections, there are exactly 25 enemies here, so like I cannot miss one. I can monitor the radar. I can see that there's a guy back here that I missed. Where is he? There he. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Mind
Got
you,
him.
this is a children's game intended for children,
Yeah, it's like
and it's this unforgiving.
it's this part like is a little unforgiving, but I can use B vision kind of to my advantage, and also the radar is incredibly important for tracking these guys. So there it is, 25 out of 25.
Nice, that was
brings
good.
us- That actually was not bad. I've had much.
Oh,
Where
behind you.
is he?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What did I just say? You never
Oh
let your
my
guard down
God,
with this
dude.
game.
Oh Jesus! You need
And-
to keep your head in the game.
My head was
Be
not in the game
Jesus.
there, but
Jesus.
but Jesus, that's
Jesus.
canon. That's canon. In
That
the
is.
movie. Look up your
Yeah.
lore.
Oh, another important canon character in the B movie, B. Larry King.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like the regular Larry King, but also a B. It's established in the B movie lore that Larry King also exists, separate from B. Larry King. It's like a coincidence. So
And
That was
B.
gonna be
B.
my
Larry
trivia
King,
question.
when he gets asked about it, he says, "There's a lot of people named Larry King."
Yep.
So maybe there's a B. Black Belt Ninja running
Oh.
B movie game for BSA.
he's actually running human movie game is the thing.
A human movie game?
BSA.
Okay. Well, no, but they have bees, right? When we do the racing mini game, they have their little bees. So maybe they just also have a B movie.
Kind of a debate for the ages, I would say. More of a philosophical question, something that is better left to the Socrateses of the world.
Yeah. We weren't ready for these shower
Jesus.
thoughts. Oh
Would
no.
we be able to get a quick donation in while we're musing over our Socrates and our muse of the past?
Oh, I would absolutely love some donations, please.
Amazing. All right, we have $100 from
my
Anonymous
God.
B that says,
That's incredible.
You
That's
get
what
the
they sound
idea.
like.
And those $100 are going towards the Hilux 2, watching the final cutscene, which is amazing. So we're now almost at $400 out of $600 for that. And we've also got $40 from Kyle195 that says, #B. I have no message. I have literally no idea what the final cutscene is to enjoy, but whatever. Hopefully it's great. I have to sleep. Good luck. Also, bees are cool. Thank you very much. Keep those donations coming in. We are so close to this Hilux 2 cutscene.
That's awesome. You guys can do it.
That.
Keep it up. We've got so much exciting stuff planned, but if you don't get to this goal, we're just going to stop doing commentary for the last 40 minutes.
That's true. We will play this game in silence, and we will let you just ruminate in the sound glitches. We're not scared.
Yeah.
And right there is a J-Gate call. That is, mwah, again, perfect J-Gate RNG.
Chef's
You'd
kiss.
love to see it.
You could say it's al dente.
That is an al dente. Skip. That's perfect.
That is an al dente J-Gate call.
That's an obscure Mirror's Edge reference for the fans. So if you know that, that's for the fans there. I can mash S here to get into this. There we go.
Perfect.
Here we go. So now, this one's a little more intense. You have to get 45 of these guys. You're going to see me barrel rolling here, not for the purpose of going fast, simply because the barrel roll has an intended mechanic where you're less likely to get hit when you're barrel rolling. So I just do that a lot if I can, especially.
Are they
if I don't know
iframes, or is it just less likely?
I think you get iframes, like somewhere in the middle. Well, actually no, because you
Dark
get hit by
Souls.
rain during it. But just for whatever reason, like their pathing, like the Hornets or Wasps, whatever they are, the pathing of their shots just like doesn't account for barrel rolls. So
I thought you said the
Their
tech
icon
was
is, like,
simple in this
white.
game. Sounds pretty complicated.
it's
Yeah,
kind of complicated.
my brow is like furrowed. I'm like,
Yeah.
my head's
You're a
starting
god
to hurt.
gamer.
Yeah, most people would say that. So
I don't even know how you're counting to 45 for this. I can only count to like 10.
Yeah.
Beats. That's 3 for me.
And there we go. So with
Alright.
that done, I'm going to run on over now. My route has dictated with this perfect RNG that I go and do pizza number 3, because pizza number 3 is going to bring me to a convenient location for the next mini game. So that's my plan here. Give you a little roadmap of where we're going for this set of 6 jobs. We've done 1 so far. We're going to do pizza 3, which will be the second of 6 jobs. And then we are going to do races 7, 10, 11, 12. So that's
Chat,
the
I
plan.
gotta know. What's the best pizza topping?
Good question. That's a good question. I would say it's honey.
Honey, yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
yeah. You know, with a spicy sauce, that'd be. Okay,
I
I'm
would
gonna
be- honey on
deviate for a
pizza would be a
second
little
here.
interesting.
I had pizza from a chain that I'm not gonna name drop, but
Welcome to Media's
it was honey
Movie Game
sriracha.
Let's Play.
Yeah, it was delicious though.
Honey sriracha was like the
Honey
sauce on
sriracha
it?
sauce. It was
What
a
else?
sauce.
Interesting.
Like
Very
on my
bee-friendly.
pizza?
Yeah.
Or well, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Okay.
But-
No, I mean we can cut you off because
Yeah,
I feel like
please.
we're meandering. Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
bees would not like that because the whole plot of this game is that bees don't like that humans are stealing theirs. So really, that was an abomination of a story, and you.
Yeah,
should be
Jesus. This is so inoffensive. This is so offensive.
Are you kidding me?
Do you know your audience right now?
That's messed
We've got
up,
bees in the chat.
Probably.
This is
I'm
not
sorry, I
funny,
did
and
not
you're
consider
laughing. You
I
think
did not
it's
consider
funny?
I think it's funny.
It's funny you're laughing. I do, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Okay? Give me that honey sriracha pizza.
That scooter is so slow that I needed to
Hand
switch
it
to the
over.
Bigfoot GT, so that's why I did that. But yeah, I'm at the race
Oh.
now, so it's race time. Now this is
On the
this is when the
fly
game literally becomes Mario Kart for a hot minute.
Yeah, can we please get bees in the chat right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need
Please,
bees
if you
in
have
chat.
drop your B emojis in the chat, but don't spam it. But
Very
I
well.
think I'm supposed to say that.
Okay, yeah.
A
I
lot
don't
of
know,
people
man.
put pineapple on their pizza. Like, looks
I'm
like we're
into that.
amongst a good crowd. I like it.
I just
Yeah, I
don't
guess
like
if
how
we're deviating, if we're gonna deviate into pizza toppings, maybe it's a good idea that we just have some donations read.
Yep.
You have some ready?
That's fair.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
So I've always got something to read, not always donations, so please do get those in. Just to remind everyone, we are raising money for Alzheimer Fondant. So they organize projects, camps, and events for youngsters affected in different ways due to parents or other relatives diagnosed with Alzheimer's. In addition, we know we've got these lovely ViewSonic monitors that you can donate cumulatively, $25 or $35 to get in on those. I'm not going to try and say all the code names for them because they are massive. But do please get your donations in. But yeah, tell us about your pizza toppings. Tell us about how you like your pasta, whether it's al dente or soft.
I want to hear about you. What's
There
your
is a
favorite
correct
pizza topping?
answer. It's al dente.
Just to let you know.
Just because it's got a term doesn't mean it's the right answer.
You sound so fancy though.
That's true.
mean-
That's also, yeah.
That's true. But how do you
What
like
kind
your
of
honey?
bee would you
What-
be if you were reborn? As
Ooh,
a
that's
bee?
a good question. I want to stick with
Yeah.
that. What kind of bee would you be? What kind of bees are there? Like, what are
There's
your?
like the queen bee. There's like the worker
Okay.
bees.
Drone bees?
Drone bees. We're experts here, so anything we list is definitely what there is. Do we want to mention this crazy ramp? Why don't we build roads like that in the real world?
It's a good question.
We're just not as efficient. You can't
The ramp
trust
is
the
a-
general public.
The ramp it's so efficient that I don't know if humans could take care of it. But like, also imagine this: you're in the real world, okay? You're like, sorry, I got stuck on the 90. The ramp was clogged up. They're like, oh, you mean like the ramp up to their highway? They're like, no, like the ramp.
The jump ramp.
The jump. I had to go off of that at like 3 miles an hour. It was rough.
I'm getting some
Yeah.
crazy good luck right now. I'm kind of into this.
Yeah, that's
kinda-
looking
yeah.
great. Let's keep it up. You know, in the movie, there's actually a loop-de-loop before you hit that ramp.
I'm disappointed that
So-
there isn't a loop-de-loop. I imagine they
Yeah.
had a team working for like a whole week on the loop-de-loop and they just couldn't get it
They
implemented.
scrapped
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
was
advanced
thinking,
physics
imagine
engine just
imagine
couldn't take it.
you get your dream job finally, working at a game company, Beanox. You're hired and you're so excited
Beanox.
for it. You don't know what they're working on yet. You know, you had to sign an NDA, and you get there and they're making the B movie game. Like,
Yep.
how do you feel?
Probably really good. And
Yep.
can we just talk about the fact that the development studio is called Beanox?
It's
That is
called
so
Beanox.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
You
That's
know what
so
other
powerful.
games they've ported?
I created a little
Did you?
thing for you. Yeah, it's for Shane. You can't read it, but
Oh.
I put
Yeah,
it in the
let me-
document that you're not allowed to
let me
read.
get that
It
open.
contains some things we're doing later. But
Yeah, some fun facts.
so
Other
do you know?
licensed
Do you know? Yeah, tell me some fun facts.
Yeah. So some other licensed game made by Beanox, Monsters vs. Aliens, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. And nowadays
Those
they're
games are so
known
good.
for their development on Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Glow up, real glow up from the
Yeah.
licensed
Yeah.
games.
Well, what do you mean?
Wasn't there,
I think it's
wasn't
been
there
all
sales
downhill.
pitch to... Didn't they just say we're Beanox Studios, we should probably
Work on Call
port
of
this
Duty.
game?
Yeah. Well, you saw the crazy FPS action when I
Yeah,
fight
it was
the,
actually insane.
Yeah, so I get it.
I have a fun
And-
fact, if we've got
Yeah.
a second.
Please.
So
Okay.
our fun fact comes in the form of $100 more. And this one's from
Oh,
our very own Sporadic Erratic, who's just reading for us in this amazing B-run. And it says, I can't believe we haven't unlocked the Hilux 2 final cutscene yet. We're stronger together, and it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. And that is going towards our Hilux cutscene, which is now at $524 out of 600. We are practically there. Let's do it, folks.
Please, y'all, make it
Thank you,
happen.
Sporadic.
Make it happen. I've got
Yeah.
25 in the bag for like once this ends because I've already had a death. But like, I need your energy. So keep.
we're
sending
gonna
those
need you to
messages.
die a little more, I think.
I can try. I kind of
Well,
want to get a good speed run.
Like I
if
said,
that's
I
okay
think
with you.
I think Sporadic's $100 donation just gave us 20 more minutes of commentary. But like, if we don't hit that
Yeah.
goal, I don't know.
And we'll
might be
see.
might be some dead silence for a while. Do you really want to put up with 40 minutes of just the B movie game and no one talking
Just
over
the
it,
sound,
guys?
nothing else.
Are we going to start like putting like removals on this? So it's like, if you don't donate, we'll stop commentary. If you continue not to donate, we'll remove game audio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
let's
that
take
we'll,
one thing at a
maybe
time.
we'll turn the game audio up.
Yeah.
Maybe
just
that's
the
a
sound
better threat.
glitches.
Yeah, the sound glitches.
Yeah. It's a very fun phenomenon, the sound glitch. If we found a way, if that is, I'll put a bounty on that. Like, I'll give you $20 right out of my pocket if you can find a way to prevent sound glitches. So, that's, I'm begging you. It's driving me a
And
little
I'll
insane.
give you $20 if you can find a way to guarantee sound glitches.
Yeah.
A consistent way to recreate them.
I'll throw an extra 20 in either direction.
And now comes one of the other
I'm Jeanette
big skips, unironically. So this is the warehouse section. And normally, this whole section is really hard because there are these secret agents that are prowling around trying to catch you as a bee. However, you can actually set up a glitch, which I did before the stream started, by starting the irritation minigame with those guys, and then in the middle of the irritation minigame, quitting and reloading.
Honey shampoo.
The game will
Almost
actually
tears my eye.
like bug out their pathing. I'll waste some time so I can show it here. But like, these guys pathing. Normally that guy would like kind of get you, but his pathing's so screwed up that he just walks through the wall, as do all his compatriots.
Yeah.
Wow.
And because of that,
they beeline out of bounds.
Guess you can't spell steal without
They saw Barry do it earlier, so they wanted to fit in.
And that's the thing, is that now this became quite trivial. Rather than having to sit through like tons and tons of little irritation mini games when they catch you, you're bound to get caught. There's like 12 of them in this tiny enclosed space. So rather than having to sit through that, we can just kind of cruise through, get all 8 pictures, and that saves like 30 seconds to a minute. And setting it up before the run starts also saves another like 30 seconds to a minute. So lots of big skips happening in this mission, which is actually really cool. Yeah, Instigator and I teamed up to kind of find that. So who knows? Another big runner could come in and shake it up, find a new skip. I would love that.
It
More
could
out
be a
of bounds would
small
be
runner
cool.
these
too.
spuds are duds.
You know.
Yeah, you never know. No, you'll be a big runner after you start playing the B movie game.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the moment
fair.
you
That is
launch it,
fair.
you become famous.
You become, yeah, I would say so.
I heard people like knocking on my door, you know, taking pictures through the window the second I
Paparazzi.
turned on the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't leave my house anymore. Please
It was
help.
actually
Oh
me.
God, it's horrible. it's just medias.
Hey, let me in.
Yeah,
How'd you run
so
this game now?
quick story check-in. Barry went to the warehouse to try to like figure out what kind of products the humans are selling. In the process of doing so, his friend Adam got caught. Adam is featured heavily in the movie, but not a lot in the game because I skip all the cutscenes. And now finally, to wrap up this mission, they have activated the sprinklers to try to get me because, you know, bees don't fly in rain. But it is all in vain. I'm too powerful for them. Bada bing, bada boom.
Barry has
Gotta be.
exceeded.
He's exceeded expectations as usual. So
Yeah.
now, kind of give you another little roadmap. We've got 6 more jobs before we can do another story.
Who's
mission.
excited for 6 more jobs?
Let's
6 more-
go.
Oh my gosh, dude, get out of
Oh,
my
head-on
way.
collision.
Oh my gosh. You hate to see it. Hate to see that time loss. Oh, this lady's trying to take me out too, but it's fine.
Do you think they have bee insurance in here, like in this universe?
For sure.
Who makes the
sure.
cars? Why isn't that a job? You fix
Yeah.
the cars.
I'm
Okay,
sure someone
anyways.
makes the cars. I don't know.
They're probably inherited
I have
from
to
the bee
do
ancestors.
Pizza 2.
Ancient
The reason I'm doing
technology.
Pizza 2 is just to do a little bit of routing here. Pizza 2 ends me by the entrance to the Hunex elevator, which is where I need to go later. I need to take the Hunex elevator for the Cranes minigame. So we're going to do Pizza 2 now, end up by the Hunex elevator, take the Hunex elevator, and then, like I said earlier in the run, it ends up being faster. Like, now that we're in kind of the late stages of the game, we're, you know, definitively in, like, the late mid-game, if nothing else. So, because of that, it ends up being faster now that all the jobs are unlocked to just spam one job continuously rather than jump between different jobs. So, that is what we're going to do. For better or for worse, this ends up being the fastest method. I am going to spam the Cranes job for 5 separate times. There's actually no risk of a J-gate during this section. That's just like the rules that the game has given me. I don't know why. It's like, I just know that there will never be a J-gate here after playing the game enough. So no worries about me having to like abandon the Hunex factory. It's just smooth sailing through Cranes.
So if you ever thought this run was boring at all, if you thought there was a lot of downtime, don't worry, we're gonna be at a really exciting moment. Just
Oh, yeah.
Cranes,
I'm-
cranes, cranes.
I'm
Cranes.
shaking.
The
Cranes.
best
Shaking
minigame.
with anticipation right now.
A
That's
lot
normal.
of technical input from Nick constantly, basically. So maybe we'll just be quiet the whole time so you can focus.
No, I think you definitely want to enjoy it, right? You definitely want to be impressed.
That's true,
And I get
yeah.
it. It's hard to like listen to us, our high-level commentary, and then also watch the high-level gameplay. It's kind of a one or the other situation. So
It could be overwhelming at times.
it could be, but we'll do our best. Also, here, fun tech. Barry always gets out on the left side of the car, so I use that to my advantage.
Yeah, it's
Little,
the law.
little speed up there, little time save.
Yeah. If it gets too intense and you need to like mute the run, sometimes totally understand that so you can focus on the game. Also,
it.
you know, close your eyes to focus on the commentary.
Yep, we're
It's
gonna be picking up like
understandable.
90 of these, so really just get comfy, is what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah.
It's 2 a.m. where I am, just get comfy.
Who has work
sit-
tomorrow?
Stick some water. I don't have work
I
tomorrow. I
do.
took the day off.
I do too. Let's go.
Well, that's
All
life.
right.
If
No,
I-
it wouldn't be like me to detract from the comfy nature of this video game, but could I just get up a couple of quick donations while we are all sitting comfy?
You are reading my mind. I was just
We
about
would
to
love
ask.
that.
And while you're doing that, Shane, could you get our quiz ready?
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. So we've got $35 from Alpha Centauri with no comment, and that is going towards our Hylix 2 cutscene. We also have $25 from I Am Tiger James. It says, shout out to the best commentators in the world. Jar for B and B to us probably. And that takes us to $584.50
close.
out of 600. We are a mere $15.50 away from Hylix cutscene at the end.
We can make that happen.
We can do it. We can do it. I
Yeah.
believe.
Oh, it's going to
What he
happen,
said.
and then we're going to hit the next incentive as well before the end of this run. This is what's
Oh.
happening today.
Easily.
Is that a threat
Let's
or
do
a
it.
promise?
Both.
Okay. I'm on board.
Threatening promise.
Do you have anything else you want to read before we jump into our next little segment we planned?
Oh, we can certainly do that. So I can do a big thank you to our sponsors for this event. We've got Koei Tecmo Europe and their Neo 2 The Complete Edition. We've got Twitch and ViewSonic. Not forgetting, you can get, again, for those cumulative donations of $25 to $35 in for one of the two prizes we've got. And you might see scrolling on the screen as well, we've got some bonus runs as well. So if you are filled with cash in your pockets and you would like to dispense of that once we've made the Hylix incentive, of course, you can get another golf game from our very own Big John.
That would be
Awesome,
awesome.
thank you. And now, Shane, I'm going to let you take it away into our next segment that we planned because we know this section is kind of long.
Okay. So we've got an amazing trivia game prepared for Medios. It would have been maybe a little bit funnier if he hadn't seen the B movie, but
Oh,
it's
I think
fine.
we're still gonna. I think it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
gonna be a good test of his knowledge.
There are going to be some
I-
tough questions here.
I'm not ready.
And if you get any of them wrong, you won't be our friend anymore. So,
Yep.
Okay, I accept
high
that.
standards. Okay, so are you ready? And chat, definitely feel free to like give
Yeah,
your
help-
answer as well.
Help me out.
No, you
Please.
Can, well, I would say you can look at chat for one of them. You have a lifeline for one
You
of them.
can't dictate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
listen, be honest, my guy.
All
be
right,
honest.
fine,
Come on,
fine,
yeah.
fine. All right, I'll be a good boy.
Okay. All right. So, are you ready to play the B movie trivia game?
Yeah.
Okay. So, for the first question, we've got a little bit of a softball here. We're not going to go too hard on you.
Okay.
This is multiple choice. Okay, so let me read
Okay.
out I know you might want to shout this out because you're excited, but let me read
Yeah.
them out.
I'm really excited.
Okay. Who plays Barry B. Bentley? Is it A, Jerry Springer, B, Jerry Seinfeld, C, sorry, C, Jerry from Ben and Jerry's, or D, Tiger Woods?
Oh man.
I know this is a tough one, so feel free to just take a minute if you need it.
How did you know Tiger Woods was my hero?
Yeah, we just knew.
I'm gonna go with Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay, B for Jerry Seinfeld. That's your final answer.
Yeah, B. Oh my. I'm gonna call it right now. All the correct answers are B.
We'll see.
Was that right?
Okay.
We'll see.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
We've
Okay,
got
okay.
more questions to go
All
through.
right,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, yes. Jerry Seinfeld is the correct answer. Great job. You've done it. We've
This minigame's actually going pretty quick. Can we? I want to get into these questions. Keep hitting.
Go
Okay,
faster.
okay, all right.
Speedrun.
Number 2. True or false? The B movie was nominated at the 2008 Golden Globes. A is true and B is false.
False?
Is that your final answer?
No. True.
Okay. I think you cheated a little bit, but yes, it is true. It was nominated at the Golden
not.
Well, you
Globes.
asked me if I was sure.
It was.
Yeah,
it was
you said
rigged.
no, so it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. All right, so 2
All right.
for 2 so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
How many man hours went into animating the B movie? Is it A, 100,000, B, 500,000, C, 750,000, or D, 1,000,000?
Wow. This was DreamWorks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so not Pixar. If it was Pixar, it'd probably be 1,000,000.
Shade.
So, shade, not necessarily shade. 750,000?
Is that your final
Question mark?
answer?
When you ask that, I don't want to say yes.
Do you want to use your chat lifeline?
Yeah, chat, help me out.
Chat says not B and B.
All right, I'm gonna go with B. Final answer.
Okay,
admire
luckily both of those were wrong. It is
Nice.
B, a million.
Holy
And we actually have
moly.
a fun quote from animatedviews.com, a fun fact. It has taken 4 years to make B-Movie and 1 million man-hours to animate it, with an estimated 25 million render hours used during the course of the production. That's 5 times more than the original Shrek. So
Wow.
interesting stuff. Okay, we've
didn't know
got,
you could
3
watch.
more questions.
Okay,
You're 2
yeah,
for
yeah.
3.
Let's
I'll
do
try
it.
to get through these fast.
Okay.
How much honey does a single bee produce in his lifetime? Is it A, 1 teaspoon, B, 1 tablespoon, C, 1 cup, or D, 1 gallon?
C, 1 cup.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, it is A, 1 teaspoon, actually.
Oh,
Not
that's
very much.
pathetic.
Bees
I
suck,
know, right?
honestly.
Yeah.
What a bunch of lamos.
I want to finish this quiz, but I want to also cut in
Yeah,
and
go
say
ahead.
that you saw me finish my 6th job, so I'm jumping into the next boss fight, which is a boss fight with Ken in Vanessa's bathroom. This also happens in the movie, so like, you know, if you've seen the movie, you kind of know what's going on. But yeah, this boss fight has like 5 phases, and it's pretty forgiving, so it's mostly just going to involve me waiting for the opportunity to spray pollen in his face and then do the quick time events. So you'll get the gist of it, and I think we can finish the quiz.
Okay, awesome. All right.
2 for
Number
4.
5.
Mhm.
What is an alternative branch of medicine that uses honeybee products? A is honectomy. B is apitherapy. C is hexacology. And D is berry therapy.
The most legit sounding one is A, I think.
So A is your final answer?
Which one was A?
Honectomy.
But no, B.
Apitherapy, that's your final answer?
Yeah, that sounds like yeah. I'm gonna go with B.
Okay, it is B, apitherapy.
Okay.
All right.
Doing well.
Okay, and final question. If you can get this, you would be what, 4 out of 6? So that's not too bad. That's basically what I did in all
Passing
my
by
college
the-
classes.
Oh my goodness.
So-
We were both gonna go to the same place.
The demo for what other animated movie tie-in is included in the PC version of the B-movie game? Is it A, Ratatouille, B, Shrek the Third, C, Cars, or D, Kung Fu Panda?
Kung Fu Panda.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Legendary. Amazing.
Legendary.
I think that's
incredible.
because DreamWorks made that. I know
Yeah.
DreamWorks.
Yeah, it is Kung
Alright.
Fu Panda.
Yes.
He used his wits and his wiles to get through that one. Amazing job.
Yeah.
4 out of 6 ain't bad.
Yeah, you can still be our friend. Fine.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
All right.
All right.
I'll
Don't
give you a
sound
quick
too
gameplay.
excited.
I'll give you a quick gameplay update. What's happening here is I am doing the 3rd phase now. So he does 2 phases where he swings at me with the shower thing. He repeats this exact same animation twice, which is kind of fun. So if you didn't like it, if you didn't see it the first time, you get to really just enjoy it in all its glory here. There he flies away there very gracefully. And I'm gonna skip through this cutscene as he brings out, I think it's like, I don't know, like bathroom spray, like air spray to make things smell better, but I don't know. It's green and it's spooky and I have to avoid it, so that's kind of the whole gameplay stitch here.
Can I
It's
give you a quick
stinky.
Hilux update?
I would love
Of
that.
course.
We've got a $15.50 convenient amount
Oh,
donation.
yeah.
So it's from our own Nico Hart 28. It says, now in Dr. Robotnik's voice. No, I don't believe this.
Nice try.
It's probably
was
terrible,
good.
but I don't care.
No,
It
that
says-
was
That was
great.
great.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. Okay. Also, let's see that Hilux 2 cutscene. So that has now been met. $600 out of $600. Now, clap, clap, clap,
Awesome.
clap, clap.
Let's go.
What
I
is
can
the
feel the
next
applause
thing?
from the audience
Yeah.
at home. Now, not to be outdone, I'm going to guess we've probably got about 30 minutes left of this run, something like that, give or take. So,
Yeah.
Round.
the next incentive we've got coming up later on this evening is in Final Fantasy VII Remake. and it is to see the stairs. It is the hottest meme. There's a brand new skip for FF7, the original version, but we'll just pretend it's for the remake to make it exciting. And we only need $150 towards getting the stairs in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Get your donations in. We're heading towards FF7. We've met highlight.
Oh, come on. We can do it, guys.
We can do it.
Yeah, we haven't. I was gonna make like a stairs joke, like we haven't climbed this far, but.
It's good. You can make it. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, that's what is it. That's it.
There's a lot of
Donate.
steps. It's stairs are hard to climb for me.
Yeah.
I'm out of shape.
Hey, y'all. I did a boss fight.
Oh, okay then.
Anyways, moving
Great
on.
boss battle.
I did a boss fight there. Wasn't that cool, guys? Are you proud of me?
Yeah.
So we've
so
got
proud of
the final section where J-Gate can fiddle with us. We've gotten good luck so far, so I don't want to jinx it, but you know, maybe we'll get good luck again. That'd be nice to get a 3 for. Excuse me. It'd be nice to get a 3 for 3 here.
All right, we're gonna need more puns then.
What I would love,
Bless us.
is I would love to be able to do Honey Drafter 2, Honey Drafter 3, and Honey Drafter 4 before it snags me for J-Gate. So I'm asking a lot. But fingers crossed here that I can do as many Honey Drafters as I want.
You've been a good boy.
I've been very good.
Santa should reward you. Be Santa.
Be Santa, yeah.
You've been raising money.
Exactly.
You've just been great.
Yeah.
That's true. So let's do it. Okay, Honey
You've
Drafter.
been my friend.
We are now, thanks that you did that trivia.
Since you passed it.
Finally.
Thankfully.
Guys, what's a bee's favorite rodent?
What is it?
A beaver.
Rodent? That's a.
Yeah,
I guess.
Is a beaver a rodent?
I looked it up.
Okay.
Oh.
I was
say
like,
so.
is a beaver a mammal?
I
They
don't
are
know.
rodents. They're large semi-aquatic rodents.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll
Wow.
keep that one in my box of fun facts.
Okay,
Not
Honey
bad.
Your
Drafter,
hive,
one down.
even.
One down,
Which is
one down,
good.
one down. No J-Gate
Just
call.
need 2 more with no J-Gate call, and it'll just be, it'll just be the perfect run minus losing that race 3 times.
Minus losing to the race like 3 times. Yeah, I don't know what kind of pace I'm on. I don't have splits open, so.
A good
Oh.
one.
You know?
You're always
I'm-
on a good pace.
Always on a good pace.
Dude, you're only an hour into the run. Yeah.
Give or take
I-
40 minutes, yeah.
Something like that. There we go. Okay, so we are just gonna finish up here. Oh, is that 4? I want to get the cycle, please.
Yeah,
Yes, let's do it.
perfect.
That was
Okay.
great.
J-Gate, 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 J-Gate. No J-Gate. Let's go.
Okay,
Oh my God.
okay.
I am-
Unbelievable.
I'm popping off.
I'm
I'll say it.
pumped.
He's popping off.
Oh my gosh.
Black
Can
Belt, what do
we,
you think if you were a bee in the hive? What would your job be? What would you choose?
Oh, that's a really tough question. I'd probably be a lot like Barry. I think I just wander around doing absolutely nothing of use.
Yep.
Um,
I mean,
Similar to real life.
he was a catalyst
Yeah.
for bee rights.
He was,
So-
but he arguably also, if you watch the movie, that
Destroyed-
really doesn't end
yeah.
well for him. So yeah, he kind of destroyed the entire.
He fixes it. He fixes
What is
it.
the what is the
Or, well,
message?
that's spoilers.
Don't
Don't
advocate
destroy
for
the
bee rights?
ecosystem.
The theme? Are you
Yeah.
asking about the theme?
yeah, like what would you say the message, the big takeaway is?
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Well, it feels partially to me like be part of the hive, like don't rock the boat.
I think it's
don't
about
know.
finding your purpose while also respecting that, like the process is there
Okay.
for a reason.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, I've thought a lot about it in my many watchings, so that's just my takeaway personally.
It's gonna be hard to sleep tonight. Just thinking.
Did we
about
watch the
it.
same movie? Because I interpreted it way differently.
What did you get away from?
Yeah.
Break the mold, Go out, be a bee, talk to humans, even though you shouldn't.
Well, I mean, yeah, he did that,
Oh,
but then I don't know
yeah,
if
Fall
you
in love.
I don't know
No,
if you remember,
actually-
but then the world kind of ended. So.
No, I agree
That's,
with
you know,
Medios.
sometimes
I
things
think
just
the
happen.
message of B movie is break the law.
Yeah.
It's
If
break
it
the law.
wasn't Barry, it would have
Okay.
been the next
Yeah,
guy.
I'll hit the street light if that's the message. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hit these.
Well, I'm
streetlights.
not just
Oh, there
saying
we
cause
go.
chaos for no reason. But
No, I am.
yeah,
okay.
pursue your happy. Pursue what makes you happy.
Well, if we were pursuing what makes us happy, we'd drop by the arcade. Okay. The best part of the game.
Oh. There's an arcade in this game?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, so
I
there's
was
actually,
wild.
I guess this is a good time to talk about, like, there's actually a lot in this game that you don't see. So, I would encourage you, like, if you can get a copy of this game, like, give it a shot. There's a couple cute things going on. For example, like you mentioned, there's kind of an arcade section. There's a whole museum where you can, like, find collectibles and screenshots and stuff that I never get to go in the run. There's, like, bonus mini games where you have to just, like, survive as long as you can. Again, you never get to see those in the run. There's, like, badges. If we're like doing things damage lists or speedrunning certain sections. So there's a little more going on beneath the surface that we don't really get to see, unfortunately. But you know, that's kind of that's the price you pay when you go fast.
Oh, do we have a new sound glitch?
Yep, the honking
think we
horn
do.
has been
Awesome.
added to our sound glitch array. Kind of cool.
Beautiful.
That's a very common one. I don't know why. Okay. I did that. I actually went off route there because I knew that I was going to get a J-gate soon. So I did a pizza that I knew would end kind of close to J-gate, right by Barry's house. You can see it over there. So I can just do a hop and a skip over to J-gate and wrap this
So
whole
smart.
J-gate thing up.
So handsome. What an incredible runner.
There's not a lot going on, so I feel like I need to explain, like,
Good
that, like,
looking,
some
too.
of the things I do are intentional, you know?
No,
like,
that actually is smart. It is.
Yeah, he wasn't being sarcastic.
I think
that was genuine.
Okay.
when I I've never been sarcastic in my entire life.
That's good.
First of all, and second of all, I'm a very serious person. Second of all, when I hear you talk about the routing of the B-movie game, I actually do kind of get excited because it's interesting hearing you talk about it theoretically. When I see you play the B-movie game, I mean, you know,
Oh, yeah, a little
then I
less
get
under the hood.
really excited because you know
Yes.
I'm watching the intense gameplay. Yeah, so you get my point. You get my.
I
point.
do. I don't know if any of you are worried that I'm gonna, like, lose an apiary box. You can kind of see the health bars are getting pretty darn low. It doesn't matter. I can lose an apiary box. There's no consequence. So that's kind
Yeah,
of
they're just bees, is what he's saying.
Yeah, no,
just-
like, the game gives me no consequence.
Do
So,
you know
like,
how long a bee lives? It's like a couple of weeks. So like,
well, we're not saying that their lives are any less meaningful.
there
than
is a
ours.
line in the movie where Vanessa, the lead like female, says,
Played by Renee Zellweger, I think her name
Yeah.
is.
yeah, she
Huh.
says, "What makes your life any more worth than his?" Referring to her boyfriend at the time, to the bee Barry.
Right up
which is-
there in quotes next to
Which
Gandhi.
is I
B. Gandhi.
think like we should really consider this, you know, when you have your child, your infant son, and they have an allergy to bees, and there's a bee and you're consider squishing it.
Just let
Think to
nature take its
yourself-
course.
Think to yourself, you know, what makes this any right for me to keep my infant son alive compared to this bee? I don't know.
Honestly, if there was a
That was a
bee
great
and my
speech,
own
thank you.
child like hanging from a hanging from a cliff,
If it
I
was
wouldn't know who
Barry
to
B.
save.
Benson and my own son, and I had to pick one, I don't know what I would do.
This is the next trolley problem. I can feel it.
we've got Barry on one track and a bunch of like small
A
like,
bunch of
4-year-olds.
infants, it sounds
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Chat, who would you save, your own child or Barry?
It's tough. I mean, Barry's gonna die in like 4 weeks, but anyways, old age. I'm just saying, it's just how it works.
But the quality of life that he would live.
True.
It's like, who lives more?
No one lives
Okay.
more. No one lives more life than Barry B. Benson has. I would say.
I mean, yeah. Watch the movie, and then you'll understand the
You'll
moral
understand.
dilemma.
Yeah,
We're getting a lot of berries.
that makes sense. We've got a smart chat here. That's why
I'm
I
so-
only like.
You could
I would
always
say-
make another kid.
Yeah, I would say my chat is a lot like people who watch Rick and Morty. It's just full of like the smartest kind of people. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to have a high IQ to understand.
Do you think
B
Rick and
movie.
Morty are in the B movie universe?
I
Be
think
Rick
in
and B
Rick and
Morty.
Morty, they like
B
have
Rick and B Morty. Yeah.
yeah, they have an alternate reality where they are bees.
For sure. Yeah,
Bit of a crossover.
I'm not good at Rick and Morty lore. I'm only good at B movie lore. It's one of my only talents. So
Well, you got like the first
Yeah.
question wrong.
I'm just gonna
so-
steer this conversation away from that, back towards something more comfy for me.
Yeah.
I tried to avoid. I just kind of dropped the pizza. I have to avoid dropping pizzas here because I can like lose the minigame. I didn't know I could, but I did one time when I was practicing for ESA. So I can lose this minigame if I drop too many pizzas. So I have to be careful not to do like.
I'm not sure you've explained it, by the way, but like when you turn left and right, you have to press the opposite direction to keep the pizzas balanced.
Oh yeah, so I'm balancing these pizzas by like moving my my left and right, my left and right like directional keys. I use those to balance the pizzas, and if I don't adequately balance them, I'll drop the pizza, and if I drop too many pizzas, I'll just straight up lose. So like, oh, Barry's stuck. Come on, Barry.
Yeah, just to say, Death Stranding was clearly inspired by the B movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is irrefutable evidence that Kojima was.
Yeah, you know those
inspired.
loops.
Yeah.
You know those loops in the B movie that we talked about, like the actual B movie.
Right.
Those actually inspired Sonic. So
yeah, exactly.
That's another fun fact for you.
It's just, it all starts at the B movie. It all ends at the B movie.
You ever played Forza?
Alpha and the Omega. I love Forza.
I don't know.
Oh god, I'm drifting too much. Okay, yeah, if you played Forza,
Known
that's
for its
inspired by the
hyper-realistic-
races.
Yeah,
B
yeah.
movie. Just like the B movie.
I think they
known for its
designed like the
hyper-realistic-
driving engine, which is supposed to be as close to real life simulation as possible. They
Right.
straight up bit off of the B movie games mechanics.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're also seeing a really strange mechanic that we don't quite understand yet in the B movie game community, but like if you drift, which
That is
like
really weird.
this is really good at drifting. You'll get like,
It's like Crash
super
Team
random
Racing.
speed power-ups. Like you'll
Yeah.
just go so fast, and I can't really control it, and it's really inconvenient because I need to stay right behind this guy and catch his pizzas.
Right
So,
behind
like,
him.
It's kind of, I've dropped a couple pizzas just from like the powerful drifting, which has lost me a few seconds here, but it happens. It happens. So
This like
once I
this minigame is so strange. The fact that this guy's driving around aimlessly, dropping pizzas left.
we don't
and
know
right.
if he's like works for us or if this is a competing like pizza guy that we're stealing pizzas from. It's not made clear in the lore. So, yeah. But
He's
it's an
doing his
essential
best.
part. Yeah. So, and bada bing bada boom. For those who have been diligently counting, that is 6, which means
Barry
we can
just-
progress with some clever routing. I ended the last minigame right by Barry's house, so I can jump straight into the next mission. This may be a good time to mention that I've actually never watched the cutscenes for this game. I just generally know what's happening because I've seen the B movie, but there is absolutely no laboratory in the actual B movie. I have no idea what's happening right now in terms of the story. So, that's
Yep.
where I'm at.
I have
Well,
actually
clearly you've made
watched,
this man angry.
I have watched most of the cutscenes when I played through. I don't remember what is happening.
Great. So, Barry's in a lab. He's probably doing something related to his court case. The specific intent of this mission is that I need to annoy each of these 3 guys, because each of them has one piece of bio data that I'll need to unlock a secret door that has, like, maybe a secret formula in it. I'm not sure. But that's the first piece of bio data. I knock that guy out, and I'm stealing his breath, I think. I need to lock on to the right one. There it is. Now with his breath stolen, I'm gonna lock on to this next.
You took his breath
button.
away with how handsome
Barry
you look.
has that effect on people. I get it.
Oh no, I meant you.
Oh,
but-
thank you.
So we need so we need 3 different things. We need someone's breath, we need someone's fingerprint, I think, and someone's retinal scan.
Yeah.
So, we took someone's breath.
Yep,
Now we're gonna
and,
steal someone's eyeball.
I think this is actually fingerprint next.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
think.
steal his hand.
Better luck
Yeah.
next time.
We're taking his whole hand. We're taking the whole hog.
It's the only. I mean, how are you gonna fingerprint this hand
Yeah.
without the whole hand?
There we go.
Again, we skipped the cutscene, so you don't have to see it. I'm not sure we could show it on the ESA channel if we didn't.
Oh, heck. I locked onto the
What's
lock.
the body
it's,
count up to now?
It's
4?
really
5?
finicky.
It's getting high.
Yeah. I hope. I mean, we might get into double digits before the end of this.
Barry's he's just a murderer.
I
Yeah.
think we have, I'm really just now isolating the sound glitches because this music section is kind of soft, and I think we have 3 or 4 stacked. That's not bad. I'm hoping to get one more before the run ends. This guy's a 6 swing. He just does a backhand, and
Oh.
it comes
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
nowhere, and it's like kind of spook, but
Awkward.
Yeah, it's there's not a lot of lead up to it.
no,
Pretty
he doesn't
tough.
telegraph it much, so it's kind of a tough boss fight thing, but yeah, here's the final thing. So once I get this guy's biodata, I'll be able to finish up this lab section. He's really just chucking
He
everything
is,
at me.
yeah, he's not happy.
Well, I would be scared too if this bee comes at me and tries to steal my eyeball, which we're just gonna easily snap
Yeah,
right
so
here.
this is the part where I steal his eyeball right out of the skull.
Yeah, you need the Sharingan.
Yep,
Yep, there we go. There's the eyeball.
there it is. I
Oh
just tapped
my-
it to my. Yeah,
Impaled.
and it's just right on there. And then boom, bada bing, bada boom. But oh no, it was all a trap again. I think. Again, I haven't seen these cutscenes, but yeah, there's a lot of enemies
Something
here.
happened.
I
Yeah.
am going to have to take out 25 of them. You've seen this before, I feel like. You kind of get the gist of it. I'll use B-Vision a little bit to try to track the enemies because they're very small, and the highest resolution this game goes is 720p, so working with what I got. It's from 2007, the game, so it does its best.
We have seen this before, but it's crazy because it's just as intense as the first time. I'm sweating, I'm shaking. You know?
Yeah.
Very normal. Very normal. I don't want you to think that's abnormal.
I think that's how you know it's love.
Yeah. I'd say so.
You can't speak very well, you're stuttering all
Yeah,
the
you
time.
have that first feeling
Exactly.
every time.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Magical.
And-
I dare you to try to replicate that with anything else.
So for those who are kind of wondering where we are in terms of the run, this is the last section of 6 jobs I have to do before I jump into the last story mission. Ah, I got too close. Barry jumped down the wrong side of the car. So that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do pizza numero 4, because that is going to end right by the drafter minigame. And then I mentioned drafter earlier. It's pretty darn fast. So I'm gonna do drafter. I'm gonna let that Hail Mary me to the end. That's the plan.
But this does mean it's your last chance to get in some donations to read to us. It's your last chance to ever see us again.
I don't know
That's
that
true.
I don't know that any other run in this marathon will be as comfortable with B puns as I am. So
Yeah.
if you have them ready, this is like, oh, listen, I know you've been saving these all year. I get it. You need to get them out now, is what I'm saying.
No one will love them as much as we do.
That's
Okay.
true.
I'm
That
pretty
is-
sure it'll be illegal.
I am very
to
confident in
make
that
any
fact.
more.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
allowed to make B puns anywhere but this current stream right now.
Yep.
So get it
Yeah.
out.
It's like
Donate
the
money.
purge, but for B puns.
Very similar.
think
As
it's
you can
weird.
see, the pizzas are kind of starting to like fall over, so I have to balance them. It's very intense. If I drop too many, I will lose some absurd amount of time. So I'm gonna try really hard not to drop any.
I believe.
Play it
You
safe.
believe in me?
Very smart.
They're kind of not teetering, but beatering. Am I right? Guys,
Yeah,
Guys.
no.
guys,
Uh,
Good job.
can't all be winners.
hey, do we have donations?
Yeah.
Oh, we've always got something to say, so that's me. I'm here for. That doesn't matter. So, I mean, as the gems with me have said, this is your last. If you want to get your final farewells to this is the only time in the year, I believe by law, you're allowed to actually make B-related commentary. So it's very, very true. You must get that. And just to remind everyone, right? The money is going to an amazing cause. It's going to Alzheimer Foundation, and their goal is to be important research financier of the work. In absence of effective medicines, it's important to research the best preventative measures for Alzheimer's disease. As we know, there is no treatment currently. So it is going to an amazing cause. And like I said, I mean, like, get your bees out. I mean, I don't really know what that means, but get your bees out.
Get your
Oh
bees
yeah,
out.
get your bees out now.
Get your bees out.
Yeah.
It's an emergency. We need all bees out ASAP.
An emergency bee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, come on.
Guys,
Wait,
we need help. These are the quality of puns you're gonna get for the rest
Listen,
of
guys,
this.
fellas, we've been going for 2 hours, and also it's 3 a.m. Like,
There's
please
four
give us
more.
your beef.
There's 4 more drafters, I think. Right? This is the.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fill up like 100 of these honey pots. So like, we are really in for a treat of a finale to this run.
So we're just gonna sit here. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna
Uh-huh.
relax. We're gonna make some
Good
beat
time.
puns.
Do I have anything else in the document that we need to go over, Shane?
We have the Mad Lib.
Do we do the Mad Lib?
I'm not so sure. We can try
Okay. We had planned the Mad Lib for the section just in case we didn't have anything to say.
it.
That's brilliant.
Do you, I mean, listen, I don't know, how's chat feeling? We could do the Mad Lib. It's straight from the B movie, like, Mad Lib book.
Yeah,
is the
we
thing.
found if you're missing out on B movie stuff after this run, go on Amazon or go to your local bookstore. Better yet,
Please.
there's a B movie Mad Lib you can buy, and just have as much B fun as you want, right? So, but also we could do a Mad Lib right now, a little sample.
I feel like we've said it out loud and now it has to happen.
We have to do it. You can't just say
Yeah,
it and not do
okay.
it.
Medios, would you be willing to supply us with said words that we're going to fill up the space with?
I'll do my best.
Okay. And then Shane, I feel like you've got this in the bag.
All right, yeah. So Welcome to New Hive City. A/An. and
Well,
I
you're
need
not
an
supposed to read.
adjective.
You got to read it out of context.
You're right.
Yeah,
right.
I thought you have to give.
Yeah.
Do I
Like,
just say?
ask for-
Oh yeah, just give me the adjective.
Give me a
Okay,
noun.
Give me an
give me
adjective.
a,
Exactly.
an adjective.
I'm sorry. I haven't done a Mad Lib since I was like. 4
Okay.
years old.
Okay.
Do you-
Adjective.
You want a minute to
Buzzingly.
like formulate your point while I get a quick donation in?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect.
please.
Let's do that. So we've got $5 from Winger Silver that says "Be gone world record. You can beat it. Be gone." I don't. It's words are in front of me and letters are in an order. And you know when I see $5, the thing that comes to mind is I mean it's not a bee thing, but it's a train thing. And I'm sure there are trains in this game. I've seen cars and whatever. But
Oh.
I think a great way to round this run off would be a wonderful $5 train.
Oh yeah.
Please.
I agree.
definitely.
I mean, I have a B.
Yeah. Okay.
Help.
Mad Lib. Am I right?
Give me that
Yeah.
adjective.
All right, buzzingly for the adjective.
Buzzingly. Okay. Give me a plural noun.
What is a plural?
Like a person, place, or thing, but with an S at the end.
Oh, okay. I don't want to make it all B related because then it'll be topical.
Buildings.
Yeah.
Buildings. Okay. A verb ending in ing.
Jumping.
Jumping.
I'll take the next one. We'll switch off.
Yeah, please.
Another adjective.
Lovely. Just like the game.
Okay. A plural noun.
Bad luck.
Pizzas?
Cars? Oh, pizzas.
Cars? You said cars?
Yeah.
And
Two more.
another adjective.
Just it's quickly. Just like me.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly.
Like speed running.
Nice. Okay. The name of a celebrity.
That was an adjective, right? I just said an adverb. It's the problem.
It's fine. Whatever.
Well,
Okay, I
it's
just
any-
wanted
that'll make it
chat
even
to
better.
know. I wanted chat to know that I know my grammar. Okay, it's 3 a.m. Cut me some
It's
slack.
okay. I asked
It's a Mad
thing
Lib.
was.
You give this to a 3-year-old, they don't know what an adjective is anyways.
Yeah,
so
that's right. Also, you can beat a 3-year-old up, so.
Not
Okay.
super relevant. I need a celebrity's name.
Okay, B. Larry
Good.
King, obviously.
Larry King. Okay. And a noun. A noun.
Barry B. Benson.
Okay, Barry. Okay. I need another noun.
Ooh.
Oh,
What's her name? Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
I
noun.
need another adjective.
Yellow.
I need another noun.
I'm gonna say crane.
Crane.
Ooh,
Perfect.
good.
Okay.
Topical.
I feel like
Yeah.
at this point I could have just been making up that I'm doing this Mad Lib the whole time because it feels like
Not
it's just
have
going on
anything.
forever. But I swear we're almost done. I need a verb ending in ing.
Speeding.
Ooh.
I need a part of the body.
Stinger. We got a cruise.
Yeah. He's on a roll.
I need a silly word.
Scoobaloo.
Scoobaloo.
I'm flying by the
Perfect.
seat in my pants.
A plural noun.
Bees. I panicked.
Bees.
Oh no.
And a verb.
Drip.
Gaming.
Drip. Okay, drip. I like gaming too. Well, I think before I read this off, if we have a donation or anything, we could do that first.
Yes, we do. Let's do that now. I've got $5 from Zet. So if you're a big fan of big cat facts, which you might have been aware of from previous events, this is a bean fact. As according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bean should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bean, of course, flies anyway because beans don't care what humans think is impossible. And that goes towards the wacky world of miniature golf. That's our incentive for the end of the marathon for Big John.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's read through it
That was
with minigames
beautiful.
coming to a close. This is
Okay,
the sixth
just
one.
a reminder, this is directly from the B-movie Mad Lib book. So if you're happy with this one, go purchase it. Welcome to New Hive City, a buzzingly doesn't make any sense. A
You've
buzzing
already
metropolis, buzzing with energy and humming with buildings. It is a place of constant motion where citizens can be seen jumping along the streets at any time of day or night. Lovely neon lights on the billboards, skyscrapers, and cars along Hive Hexagon keep the city alive at all hours. Visit the Quickly Theater District to see the stage greats. Oh my god. See such stage greats as B.B. McGee and B. Larry King's Barry B. Benson Taming Act. Go to a game at Buzzy Stadium where you might be lucky enough to catch a Vanessa hit into the stands. The parks through New Hive City are simply yellow, boasting stunning crane gardens, as well as paths for jogging or speeding. It's easy to get started on your tour of New Hive City. Just throw your stinger in the air and yell, "Scoobaloo!" to hail one of the many yellow and black striped bees zipping along the busy streets. They'll take you anywhere you want to drip.
Okay, thank you. That's a Mad
Could you
Lib, y'all.
imagine a spot where people jog and speed?
Yeah, that'd be crazy,
It's a
wouldn't it?
dangerous place.
Almost as dangerous as putting a loop-de-loop followed by a jumping ramp onto the highway.
We are fairly close to time here, aren't we?
Yeah, I think now's a good time, just get some closing thoughts in here. I want to thank everyone that stuck around for this wild journey of a game. I know it is a journey indeed. There's a lot going on, a lot of absurdity, a lot of just moments where we can kind of chill and talk, and I appreciate everyone that stuck around through it. If you do enjoy Speedrun the B-Movie game, or you kind of want to be in on the meme, I think there's a lot to enjoy there, so I would definitely recommend checking out the B-Movie Game Speedrun.com page, as well as the Discord. Even if you just want to meme around, do 1 or 2 runs, the route is very clearly defined in a Google Doc. I really think anyone could pick it up and meme around with it. So, yeah, that's kind of my plug for that. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, also we'll be your friend.
Also, you'll personally be my friend if you play the B-Movie game. I'm
Sure.
desperate, please. And from a gameplay perspective, as you can see, Mr. Montgomery now, this is where the game ends. The movie continues for another like 30 minutes, but the game ends with you beating Mr. Montgomery in court. Quite literally just beating him, letting him actually beat himself up. He slaps his belly there and then tries to use his gas gun to take you out, but we obviously use the fans, which we've turned on using buttons to thwart him. And finally now, we are coming up to what is the final irritation minigame. All the bees are going to swarm together, try to take Mr. Montgomery out, as he has helmed the where the judge usually sits. After I irritate him enough, we will go through a quick time event, and once we hit the credits, that's when we get to time. So I'll give you advance warning once we get there, but we're coming up probably in the next minute or two. Anything you guys want to say in your closing thoughts?
Just thanks for letting me be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Thanks for allowing us on commentary and even accepting the B-Movie game.
They say allowing us. These gracious fellows, even though they have work tomorrow, were great enough to stay up and talk about the B-Movie game and loosely topics surrounding the B-Movie game, and I really do appreciate them. So
Yeah, it's fine.
thanks
I'm not
to
gonna get any
everyone,
work
the
done
organizers,
anyways.
my commentators, everyone for really just putting in all the effort to make this happen.
Yeah, and shout out to ESA for accepting silly runs like this. It makes the marathon a
Absolutely.
whole lot of fun. I remember after BBGN asked me if I wanted to do commentary, I said, "Did you even expect the B-Movie game to get in?"
Yeah, I actually started, when I submitted the game, my text said, okay, hear me out. That's how I started it, and they did, so thank you guys. And we're gonna come up on time now, so as long as I don't fail this quick time event, which I didn't, not too many deaths, happy to see it. That means
Just
that
one.
Mr. Montgomery's gonna get hit on the head. I'm gonna mash through. I will try to shout out time here, so coming up, coming
One
up,
death for-
coming up.
It started
3,
with honey.
2, 1, time.
Amazing. And Mr. Montgomery is another fatality we take.
That is a
What's the time, boys? I can't see it.
impressive run.
2
The
minutes.
206?
2 minutes. 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 16 seconds.
Yeah, very much underestimate. Thanks to all the optimizations over the past few weeks. It's been an
Very
absolute
close to
pleasure
world
to be
record
here.
too.
And only about a
Holy
minute away
moly.
from world record. So if I hadn't got that bad RNG in the early game, maybe we could have seen it. I'll continue to grind for the next few weeks. Going to try to improve it for the fans. So feel free to check that out or check out any of my commentators. They're all amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I've got. Anything else you want to close out with?
Get hyped for Highlight?
Let's get
Yeah,
hyped for
get
the next
hyped.
run. Hylic 2 is coming up, please.
It's gonna be awesome.
All right, so that is awesome. Thank you so much, Black Belt Ginger Ninja and your commentators, Jokery and Meteors probably for that amazing B game run. We do have $5 from Anonymous, says Hive $hype train. So do please get those in. We're going on a quick commercial. We'll be coming back right afterwards with Hilux 2 with RJ. It's going to be phenomenal. So keep getting those donations in. I'll blast through them when we can. Amazing run. Thank you so much for letting me be part of it. And thank you to Erratic Sporadic for commentary and hosting at the beginning of the run. So we'll see you soon.